winners.
We wouldn't have this podcast if it wasn't for the men in blue.
What?
The boys in blue.
Men in blue. The MIB?
Yeah, man.
Jesus.
Down in the city, night is a wire. Seen in the subway, up is a fire. Woman, you want me, give me a sign. And catch my breathing even closer behind. Touch with the ground, I'm on the hunt, I'm after you. Smell like a sound, I'm lost in a cloud, and I'm hungry like the wolf. Straddle the line, discord and rhyme, I'm on the hunt, I'm after you. Mouth is alive, juice is like wine, and I'm hungry like the wolf.
Hello, and welcome to another motherfucking podcast.
You know, this is the reason we're not on the front page of that ranked site anymore.
Yeah, they totally don't fuck with us anymore.
Because of your intros.
Yeah.
Did you see how they updated it?
Yeah, they changed it.
Yeah, I'm liking it.
It was probably
Number
because
4.
when you were talking about when you had a Revolver on here and Mr. Molina, you were just like, so you guys are like the gay people. Like in the middle of the intro.
I didn't even really know Revolver was gay. I knew Mr. Molina was.
Oh, he's gay.
He's very gay.
Okay. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that.
But,
My father's gay.
You guys see that ranking site? How much it's changed?
Who's number 1 now?
CD Jr.
Really?
Yeah. You think
Wait.
Rio's bitter?
Why?
I would
be if I was him.
Because he lost his number 1 spot to a guy that keeps beating him. He's got to be bitter.
I'd be bitter because the guy's only beating people in his own region. He's not going outside of it.
Damn. Are you saying he's a regional hero?
I mean, what else? He's only played. He's only been to the East Coast.
You're right, because the only time he got beat was when he fought Detroit Ballin.
But someone else from another part of the country came, then he lost.
You're right. That's a good point.
He's a regional champion. Until he's winning tournaments that people have. He's beating the same people over and over again.
He did win season's beatings.
He did win that one.
And then the final round will have, I think, the largest spread of regions present, and that will be a big testament right there.
That's true.
Yeah.
If they show up.
Now, however, he did win season's beatings, but he did say that some of my wins at Devastation didn't count because it had been too long. Remember that? Season's beatings was only a week after Devastation, so...
Well, that was the cutoff, that 1 week, you know.
Oh, okay.
You know, and props to him. They bested THTB and they beat the Ohio guys, but it's still just a few. It's just 3 more players.
Well, I'd like to see some of those guys like M2 Dave and Forever King, besides just in their own little console combat tournament, get out and actually do some stuff as well.
It's true.
I mean, there's
Forever King I'd really like to see get out.
I was hoping so much that he would come to the final round. I cannot tell you how much I want him to come to the final round, but he is not. Oh well.
He'll go to MLG.
Everybody's going to MLG.
Yeah, big money.
Big one.
What day?
Maybe we should introduce our guests.
You guys
They
haven't
know
figured
who
out
it
who I
is.
am
They
yet?
can read the little thing, you know.
It's
All
hard
right.
to figure out.
Our guest is Lord of the Roach.
Lord of the Roaches, that's me.
So, Slips, you're not impressed by the winter brawl top 4? You're saying that doesn't really matter?
I'm not saying it doesn't matter. I'm just saying, is he really the number 1 ranked player if he hasn't beaten anyone?
Well, what about the argument that Rio went to the West Coast and won, and he beats Rio?
But he lost to Detroit. So it's like a triangle right now. It just so happens that there's been more tournaments on the East Coast that has more players. So he's racking up points because of it.
I mean, but then you got the whole debate about whether that list is really valid or not. You know, I mean, I, for one, think the list is our best option, but a lot of people say that the list is completely void of any type of concrete, rankings.
That's because they're not on the list. I like the list.
You're on the list, you know?
Number 4.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That must
see,
feel
like,
pretty
your,
good.
Your rating number?
666, man. I'm the Antichrist.
Evil, dude.
Wow.
Damn.
All you do is spam and shit.
You got me 666 points.
That's what the Antichrist is going to do. He's going to come and just spam us to death.
He's an atheist.
All right.
Your boy Pig is on the list.
I know.
You know he's happy about that.
Yeah.
He's hyped about it. I'm happy.
Anyone who says they don't care is full of shit. I don't believe that at all. Oh, I wouldn't care if I was on that. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, you
I don't
haven't.
care.
I've already thought about what would happen if I get top 8 at final round. How many points that would give me?
Yeah.
That would put me on the list. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've done that math before, so.
I don't give a shit. I think it's,
You do too. You want to see your name up there.
I really don't care.
Yeah, right.
I do not care.
Yeah.
You
I
think
don't
PL cares? He doesn't care.
Oh, he cares.
He doesn't fucking care. If he cared, he would have showed up to more tournaments to win so he could stay number 1. He doesn't give a fuck.
If he cared, he would be in a final round. He doesn't care.
Yeah, he don't
Care
give a
about
shit.
anything.
He knows
Well, he
he's
has that belt.
yeah. He knows he's good. He doesn't have to prove it.
So you're saying you know you're good enough to be on that list?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the easy answer. Yeah.
Been playing games a long time.
He's the Tekken legend.
Yeah. Do you think your skills in Tekken just automatically translate to Mortal Kombat?
No, but I just know I'm not an idiot.
Now,
How
is
many?
there-
I want to know who on that list are you guaranteeing you're gonna beat?
I'm not saying anyone isn't good on the list. I'm just saying it doesn't. I don't care about it.
If you're on the list, someone has to go. There can only be 20.
I don't know. I don't even know who's on it.
So wait a minute. So Osu is the king of callouts, but Slips won't call out anybody.
Yeah.
I don't even know who's on the list. So how could I knock someone off?
All right. What about Maxter?
No, I think he's good. I could lose to him.
What about Dominican?
I could probably lose to him.
Pig of the Hut?
I could probably lose to him.
What about?
What is this week's sauce?
Wait,
man?
what about last week's guest, Mr. Tom Brady?
I don't know. I've never played him. Anything can happen.
Dude, this is weak.
Same.
Left his ball
Field
somewhere.
flip?
What do you want me to say?
And castrated by the police.
Have some confidence, man.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm gonna lose.
You're
I'm
saying
fully confident that I can win, but I ain't gonna lie and say here that the stars will align and one of these guys can somehow beat me.
Oh, now the stars have to align for them to beat you.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
That's how it happens. It's the only reason I
This
lose.
event stirs so much. So much. Alright, we are 1 week away from the final round. And this is going to be our last show until we all get to Atlanta. So, I want to hear your top 3 picks. Who's going to win final round?
Is New York going? Do we know yet? It
I would
doesn't sound
assume-
like
Probably.
I would assume that they're going for right now. I talked to
that whole. What about that whole thread about taking the van and like Rio's just like it doesn't look good.
They're coming.
I don't know, man. It sounds like pretty much a peace out. We're gonna wait for MLG.
I agree with Slips. I don't think they're coming.
Don't give them any ideas. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Doesn't look good.
I agree.
Okay, we can do a top 3 if they come and if they don't come. I mean, according to you guys, New York is only successful because they only stay in their region, so it shouldn't
That's
matter
true.
if they come.
Yeah, that's true.
So who's your top 3? Osu, what do you think?
I don't want to go first. Slips, you're on first.
I'm on first.
Who's
Yeah.
on second?
So is anyone from Arizona or?
Yeah, Morty is confirmed. B-Wiz is confirmed. All those guys except Detroit are coming.
Is Detroit not coming? I don't even know the
It
answer
doesn't
to
look
that.
good.
Doesn't look like it.
What if he does come? I mean, would you put him on the top 3?
I mean, you
I
got
would.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd put him up there. It would be top 3. If we're excluding ourselves, then you still got to put CD Junior up there because
Yes.
he is actually good.
Yes.
I mean, Rio's got a good shot. The question is and they've already beaten Atlanta. So
Who's beating Atlanta?
I mean, they beat Pig of the Hut.
Pig of the Hut is one Atlanta player, and the only Atlanta player that's been able to travel.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
The only other major,
There?
the only major where more than one Atlanta person was present was I'm gonna say it the way Slip says it, which is Evo. That's the only major where there was more than one Atlanta player present, where ATL Red got top 8, and me and
That's
Pig
true.
both got top 32.
It's true.
So are you saying that you guys are going to beat New York?
I want to say that it will be a very close call. I think that there's going to be more than one Atlanta player in the top 8. I'll say that.
What about in the top 3?
I could see one of us being in there. I don't know if I'd say 2. I mean, it depends. It really depends on all who comes. Because
The question is, how do you guys do against Pig of the Hut?
I'll be honest. I
Beat all
told
of you guys.
he beats. It depends. Okay, so let's see. Battle and Brew is where we all get together and we do our tournaments every month. The last 2 tournaments, Pig has won. I haven't played him in the last 2 tournaments at all. I ended up not getting in his any of his matches. The tournament before that, I won. Before that, Clint won. Before that, ATL Red won. So between the 4 of us, I'd say we trade. I'd say right now, Pig has the advantage. But between the 4 of us, in a tournament, it's hard to say who would win. I mean, if we all had to fight each other, it would go back and forth all day.
So you guys are at least equal, or he's the best.
I'd say, I mean, when we do casuals, Pig always has the edge on me. He always wins the series by, a few games. Maybe more, maybe less, depending on the day. But he usually takes the series. When we, in the tournament setting, right now I think he's ahead, but it all depends on the day. I'm a firm believer in the any given Sunday effect. Which,
The stars align effect.
anything could happen. In Atlanta, you could have ATL Red come out, win a tourney. You could have Clint come out, win a tourney. Pig, myself. It just all depends.
Now, Pig would say that his loss to CD at NEC, that he wasn't playing well, he wasn't on point, and he wants a run back. He's confident that he can win a run back.
Confident is that? I don't know if confident is the word. He's very sure. Confident is an understatement, I think.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't want to speak for Pig, but we talk enough to where I think he has done his homework. He's prepared. He is well prepared is the best way for me to put it.
Okay. So Atlanta has a pretty good shot of beating New York.
Absolutely.
Wow.
As well as the rest of the country.
They have the home field advantage.
True that.
Yeah, Atlanta gets loud too.
Crazy.
I know, man. We got some hype tournaments. I know when Impact Clash happened and Chris G flew down here from New York because he couldn't get his passport to go to Canada for what was it? It was a T12. I don't know what that tournament was. That was on the same weekend there.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But he ended up coming to Atlanta instead for Impact Clash, and he ended up winning the tournament. And then Pig money matched him, beat him 5-0. And, I mean, that was... I only lost to Chris G in the tournament. I played him in, I don't know, I guess it was winners semis, and he beat me 2-1. It was a close match. You know, I think I could beat Chris G if I played him now. I know Pig can beat him. I mean, and that's the only representation of New York that we've ever gotten a chance to fight, except for Pig going to other majors and playing CD. And he hasn't even gotten a chance to play Rio in a tournament or CD Junior in a tournament, or I don't think even Master in a tournament. I mean, the matches haven't ever been played. So, I mean, it's anybody's guess as to what could happen.
So if you are capable of beating Chris G, I mean, Chris G's beating Rio, and Rio
true.
is as good as it gets. I don't know.
Absolutely. I mean, nobody's invincible. I was telling Osu this. We were talking on text the other day that nobody is unbeatable. Nobody.
Should be interesting.
K7, what's your pick for top 3?
Alright, I'm going to go Rio. Go Conquer.
Interesting.
I like it. Interesting.
And I'm going to go Slips.
I hate that shit, man.
Because
Why do you
nobody
hate that?
nobody knows fucking Scorpion. Nobody plays a good Scorpion.
Now, wait, New York is not going to be able to say that. If they lose to him, Scoot McGee, they play him every week.
That's true.
So I don't want to hear it. They'll say it anyway, but I don't want to hear it.
But he plays a lot different.
All I know
So-
is if Slips is in my pool, you might want to as well replace his name with mine.
Oh shit!
Man, my prophecy came true. Scorpion, everyone ranks Scorpion above Nightwolf now. Was I not right?
Oh, you're absolutely right.
Okay.
Nightwolf is bottom 5 in everybody's eyes.
So you're saying everybody's wrong.
Let's get into Nightwolf.
Yeah.
Why is he good?
Nightwolf is an interesting character because he does not play the same way as a lot of what we would consider top-tier characters. Nightwolf is a strictly footsie character that does not do well when you try to rush down because he has 0 frame traps. He has a escapable forward 3-1-2 that Osu can blow up with a down 1 cutter after the forward 3 if he wants to.
She could actually do 2-1 lift.
Okay, thanks for that. Appreciate it. Shut up.
That's shout outs to Conquer. He figured that out.
Who also put
terrible.
me Conquer, who also put me in losers at Evo. Appreciate that. So yeah, I mean, Nightwolf up close has decent pressure just to the natural delay of his strings, but does not dominate in pressure situations the way a character like Jax or Cabal can really do. Like Kitana. It's just not, he's not built that way. He's built around footsies, so he has to be patient. And this game has not evolved to the point where players are really that patient yet. I really don't think the game has evolved to that point yet. So in order to play Nightwolf properly, you have to be patient enough to make your opponent make mistakes. The thing that he has that nobody else has is Reflect, which is the most unexplored, best move in the game. It's a game changer. I'm telling you.
Why?
because just like any other special move, you can cancel it into the dash. So I can dash all around the screen, reflect at any point that I want to, at any point in my dash. So I could be dashing in, dashing away, and let's say Kitana's throwing fans at me, tries to beta reflect. If I'm smart about it, I dash in, hit the right fan, reflect it, all of a sudden I catch her in the air, I can walk in and get a combo. The idea is that I have to be patient enough to get that, though. If I am a little too eager and I try to reflect too much or I try to shoulder too much, I'm just going to get destroyed. It makes the difference between winning a match and losing a match. Against Cabal, even, everybody can dash down one, Nightwolf can dash reflect every single instant air fireball that comes at him.
How are you going to see the instant air fireball?
How do you see it? It's on the screen right in front of me. What do you mean how I see it?
I don't know, dude. Do you have enough time?
Absolutely.
Like, if you get, like, jump distance, I mean, don't you have to kind of throw it out?
If I'm at jump distance, it's a complete guess. But I don't need to be at jump distance in order to react. I mean, shoulder lowers my hitbox enough to get under instant air fireballs, so if I'm at half screen, I can shoulder underneath the instant air fireballs and be fine. Because I'll hit him before he actually gets a chance to land. I'm not saying it's a good matchup for Nightwolf, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying that he's got a tool that nobody else has. I mean, no other character in the game has a move like this. You can say, oh, Kenshi's got a reflect, but it's not the same.
What do you mean? Yeah.
Kenshi's reflect has both startup frames and recovery frames. Somberness is working on the frame data for me. I sent him a message today, and I was like, can you please have the frame data done before final round? That he told me that he would, so shout out to Somberness working on my frame data, because I'm probably the only person that cares, honestly. But Reflect has 0 startup frames. Kenshi's has probably, 7 to 8 to 10 startup frames. So if you see a projectile coming at you, Kenshi cannot reflect as fast as Nightwolf can. It's completely different.
I didn't know that.
And the only way you can tell is if you play the characters. Like, I play Kenshi a little bit, specifically for Kitana players, if I really want to just make them sweat. So, I mean, I know how it works and how it doesn't work. With Nightwolf, it's 10 times easier.
All right, what about the fly trap? How does that work?
It's a guessing game. I compare it to Scorpion in a way because people know how Scorpion's trap work. It's a 50-50. It's not a mid-low 50-50. It's you have to jump or block 50-50. Or unless you have like an armored attack that can get you out of anything. Like if Cabal's spin can get you out, Raiden's teleport can get you out. If you don't have an armored special like that, it's a guess, because the way it works, and I actually had Somberness do the frame data for me, you have exactly, let's see if I can remember it now. I don't even have, I'm on my iPad, so I can't just look up the frame data, but the way it works is you have about 12 frames from the time the arrow hits you to decide whether you want to jump or block. You have 12 frames to decide. Now, I can dash in and attack, and you have about 6 frames left where I'm not able to hit you. If I dash in and try to actually combo you, and you decided to jump, you will get hit with a brand new combo while you're still on the ground, and it'll reset the combo as if nothing ever happened. If you decide to block, well, then you've got 6 frames to react to my enhanced lightning that comes out, which has ground proximity. So even if you leave the ground in time, the lightning will still hit you as you're leaving the air. So you have to really decide before the stun animation ends whether you want to jump or block. That's pretty much how it works. It's a 50-50. You have to either commit to the jump or commit to the block.
All right, here's what I don't get. If you hit a combo, like 1-2-2 or whatever it is, why would you not just do hatchet and do a full combo?
Well, it depends. I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into this. When I am playing a match, the meter plays a huge role. If I know that they have a breaker, I'm not going to bother doing an enhanced lightning trap when they just break her after my enhanced lightning. I get 20% damage, and I lose a bar of meter. They're just going to break her anyways, so why not just go for the full combo?
Right.
So that's a huge factor right there. The other thing is how much meter I have. I want to save my meter, so if I only have 1 bar of meter, I'm not going to waste it on enhanced lightning if I can get a 40% combo without it. The other thing is, let's say he's got 1 bar of meter, I've got 2 to 3 bars. I might mix them up a little bit. I might do the arrow trap, but an arrow trap doesn't mean you have to do an enhanced lightning or a combo. I can dash in and do dash 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, shoulder, down 3, forward 3. I can do 10% of chip damage before you realize what's going on, and then grab you afterwards and take a grab. I mean, he's got options that are still very, very workable. I mean, it's a guess, you know. It's about keeping pressure. I mean, a lot of times you see Cabal players, they reset you and they go for pressure strings, even though they could end it with like a forward 3-2 buzzsaw. They prefer to end it in forward 4, ending the pressure or ending the combo, giving them more pressure opportunities. And the pressure opportunities also give me a chance to build meter, which is a good thing. It really just depends on the situation. I'm not going to lie, though, the past few tournaments, I haven't even gotten a chance to use it. And it's very situational. If I get a chance to use it, it can be very effective. But I haven't gotten a chance recently.
All right. So do you feel Nightwolf is tournament viable, or do you need, like, secondaries?
I have secondaries. I mean, my 2 secondaries are Cabal and Raiden, which are, I mean, 2 of the best characters in the game.
Yeah.
For good reason. I mean, I mentioned how Reflect can be useful against Cabal, but I have Raiden as a backup for Cabal, you know, just in case I get Rio first matches in pools. I need to have an option that can be better than a 6-4. You know, I mean, I want to win the tournament first. You know, Nightwolf proving that he's tournament viable is not my goal. My goal is to win the tournament, so I will do what I have to do to win. And then I play Cabal because there are certain matchups I've just found I play better with. Like when I play ATL Red, he plays Smoke. I can beat his Smoke with Nightwolf every time, which is pretty good. He's a very good player.
That's
when
good.
He plays Liu Kang,
Cabal.
he destroys me.
That's good. You play Cabal, so you can agree with me that he takes the most skill
Oh, God.
to execute.
Here we go again.
I agree tenfold.
Yes, he does.
Cabal is a pain in the ass to play at the right level.
That's correct. From now on, Cabal players, we're not players, we're pilots.
What?
Pilot.
Aren't we all technically pilots then?
No.
I'm piloting Scorpion.
No, you're not.
Cabal is so much harder to play than Scorpion.
I'm just saying, that's a dumb adjective.
Scorpion to me is like Johnny Cage. Anybody can play a decent Scorpion or a decent Cage.
I don't know about
My
that.
Void combo is pretty hard.
I'm not going to say that it's easy to be on your level, because your Scorpion is by far the highest level Scorpion I've seen. But I'm saying it's easy to be competitive, I guess is the point I'm trying to make with those characters if you know the basics.
What about the instant air teleport?
Man, I don't even try that shit.
I was going to say, nobody does that shit. Nobody can do that consistently. I don't care if you're slips or not.
Even if you get it sometimes, it doesn't work. So if they like dash backwards and hit block, it's gonna get blocked.
Now, all right. What I don't understand about counter picking. If you have a counter pick, you have a character just for 1 or 2 characters. How can you adjust in tournament play? Like, I mean, I think if like, let's say I had a character to beat Reptile. If I was in a tournament and I had to fight THTB or Chris G or whoever, there's no way I could adjust in just 2 games. Like, I'd be mashing down 1 with my counter pick and shit. You know, I'd be jumping and doing down forward 1 and shit. Just by, like, there's so much plays based on instinct.
Well, you said earlier that you don't even have a backup So for
Right, I
you
know.
to even think about how to play a backup would be awkward for you, because you don't. I mean, you would just play Kitana.
Yeah, I don't understand how people can make that change.
I mean, how do people sign up for Street Fighter, Tekken, and Mortal Kombat in the same tournament?
I don't know. That's a good question. They're weird too.
I can't do it, but I could play Cabal and Nightwolf in the same tournament and be fine.
I don't understand it. I'd be doing katana combos and shit. Like, how much do you practice as Raiden?
With Raiden, I practice a lot with Raiden. I mean, with Raiden, I play. Okay, when I was watching the matches of Perfect Legend and you and Slips, I was inspired to take Raiden back into the lab a little bit and kind of test some things out. And with Raiden, I just, when I go online and I play, I don't try to play as Nightwolf because I just hate the way he feels online. So I'll usually pick Raiden, and my goal is to time out the match just to piss the person off that I'm playing. That's like my goal. So I'll teleport and avoid any type of pressure with Raiden that I can, and I'll turtle the whole match and try to make it time out. And doing that, I found that I can win a heck of a lot of matches doing that. I practice with him, get his combos down, punish when I can, and turtle the rest of the time. Wait for a mistake, punish it.
Seems like everyone's counter picking these days.
It's fighting games, man. It's the way it works.
I mean, even more than in most. This seems like a matchup game, like ST, even more than like Street Fighter 4 or Tekken. I mean, think of how many top players. How many top players do we have now that are still character specialists?
I mean, you got Detroit, who will always pick Shang in a tournament.
He picked Scarlet at NEC.
He's trolling, though. I've seen him pick...
No, it's because he lost. Remember, it was Snips that blew him up, and he went to Scarlet.
Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember that.
In pools, I think it was Snips.
It was Snips.
Yeah, beat the shit out of Shang Tsung, and he went to Scarlet to win.
I also remember him going... Who was that? The reptile player?
Yeah, the reptile player.
Yeah, okay, I do remember that now.
And of course, to grand finals, he went to Jax.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah. So I mean, name 5 top players that just literally only pick one character ever. It's a short. I don't know if I could think of 5.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, Morty. Oh, wait. Morty always... yeah, I heard he's learning someone new, though.
yeah, everybody's learning somebody new, though.
Crazy Dominican and myself are 2. Although I've heard rumors of Crazy Dominican playing Scarlet.
CD Jr. told me he picked up Nightwolf. I got really excited at first. And then I heard that his Nightwolf wasn't very good, so he stopped picking him. So there goes that.
I heard Rio's pretty faithful at Cabal.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, since Devastation, he's always picked up on tournaments.
Does Pig always pick Molina no matter what in the tournament?
Nah, he's been picking a bunch of different people recently. I mean, at this point in the game, I think it's still hard for people to stick with the main just because there's still so much unexplored in this game. It's still so new to me in terms of, like, I've never seen Raiden played at a high level for more than 5 to 10 games. I've never seen any other Nightwolf players do what I do on a consistent basis besides just one player. I mean, it's hard to imagine this game as it is now being considered at the highest level because it's just so, it's not. I mean, there's still so much that we need to figure out about this game. I mean, what Scarlet player has actually been able to do anything? Characters haven't been explored yet, man.
Sorry, how did you meet Pig of the Hut? And why didn't you invite him to your wedding?
Oh, man, that's funny. Okay. I really got into Mortal Kombat during Deception, which was the first online Mortal Kombat game. I played some of the older Mortal Kombats, but I'm 25, so when it was in the arcades, I was pretty young and didn't really get a chance to experience the arcade scene. So Deception was really my re-emergence into Mortal Kombat. Playing online, going to Mortal Kombat online, met a few people here and there, played, Pig of the Hut a bunch online, never knew where he lived. Talked to him a bunch on the mic, figured out that he actually lived 20 minutes from me. So I'm like, dude, we need to get together and play some games. So we eventually got together, play some games. By the time I got married, we had only hung out maybe 4 or 5 times, and it was only to play Mortal Kombat. So at that point, we hadn't really established what I would call like a normal friendship where, to me, like my good friends, I do more than just play games with. Like we go out and we do stuff, we get food, we get drinks, it's whatever. But with
So you're saying you don't get food and drinks with the Atlanta guys?
Well, now I do. I mean,
Okay.
now I'm into the scene to the point where I hang out with these guys, almost weekly. So it's a little different now. Back then, it was like online was the only way to play other players because Mortal Kombat didn't have an offline scene in the Deception days. There wasn't tournaments to go to for Deception. I mean, it just wasn't that way. I mean, so the funny thing was I invited him to my bachelor party. But I didn't actually invite him to the wedding. And I always think about that. I feel like a douche for not doing so. But
That is pretty bad.
it is what it is. What's happened has happened.
Is
I
he
mean, at
bitter
least
about it?
what about the reception? I mean, did you at least
Yeah.
do that?
Well, then there's the whole seating issue. We had limited seating. So it's, he was on the list, but who had to get cut off the list had to get trimmed at some point,
So the wife didn't approve of your gaming buddy.
Well, that really wasn't it. I didn't push it. I didn't say, dude. Honey, we gotta invite Brant. I didn't call him Pig in the Hut. I called him.
You
Brant.
should have.
That's
That would
his
have been
name.
classy.
His name was on the
Every
wedding
time
list.
people are like, your grandma's like, she sees the name tag next to her. Pig of the Hut.
What the heck is that? That would be
Alright.
an interesting wedding table conversation.
If you got married today, would he be invited? And would he invite you to his wedding?
Absolutely. I was in his wedding. I was one of his groomsmen.
Ooh.
If I could go back,
Did you wear
absolutely.
Indian face paint?
You should have.
Well, that was before. Like in Deception, I didn't really play Nightwolf. I
Really?
played him a little bit, but
Main and Deception.
Deception I played Shujinko.
Uh-oh.
Shujinko and Raiden.
Who did Pig play?
He played Ermac. I think Ermac was his favorite character. He was good with a lot of characters though, but I think Ermac was I remember him playing the most. But
So
the reason
what-
why I pick did Brent tell you why I pick Nightwolf?
Oh.
He did. I remember listening to the podcast. You guys don't remember?
I
I don't remember.
Shit.
He said it was because I hate Indians.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
No, that's not it at all. I don't hate Indians.
Do you think
But I have-
Indians were free?
Do I think Indians are free?
I mean,
No.
historically, they are kind of free.
Well, it has nothing to do with even Native Americans. Like one of my best friends who played Deception with me. He was a neighbor of mine. We used to play Deception together. He was an Indian, like not Native American, from Asia, India.
He was like Dulcine.
Yes, like Dawson.
Okay.
And he was a noob smoke player. And we would get together, we'd play games, and then he actually came with me a bunch of times to meet with Pig and go play some offline games. But because he was Indian, I was like, I'm going to pick up Nightwolf just because you're Indian. I want to troll you when I'm playing you offline and make fun of you. Just kind of the way friends hassle each other. So I started picking Nightwolf. Then when I started playing Street Fighter, I picked Dawson for the same reasons. And then
Shouldn't you play as T-Hawk?
well, that was I don't know. I'm not, whatever, man.
Or
You're
Mexican.
right, but
T-Hawk is an Indian.
Mexican.
T-Hawk. I never liked T-Hawk. I don't know. I just never get good
No
with
one likes T-Hawk.
T-Hawk was
Shitty.
he was shitty in Street Fighter 4. He was shitty in all the Street Fighter games.
He's actually really good in ST now. He's got like an infinite.
Oh, well, there you go. I'll pick him up. But I like the way Nightwolf plays. I like his style, you know.
Do you like costume 1 or 2? Because I think costume 2 is unusable.
Costume 2 is fine. I just picked costume 1 because it's the original costume, and I am the original Nightwolf, so it suits me.
Are you the Nightwolf of America?
I mean, is there any other Nightwolf players in America?
No. You're the only one.
If there are any others, you know.
Isn't there one in Florida?
Yeah, Big D. He's a nice guy. He's good. We played online a few times, and even into the podcast, you know, we were doing some stuff. I did my arrow trap on him, and he, like, on the mic was like, "What the hell is that? I've never seen that before." Like, my corner resets that I was doing, like, he had never seen half of that stuff before. So, he's a good player. There's just a few things that he doesn't understand about the character that I'm sure he, at this point, realizes. I'm sure he's a lot better now than when the last time I played him was, but
Now,
he's a good player.
at final round, you realize if you counterpick, you're only tarnishing your legacy as the like. If you take Nightwolf to top 8, straight Nightwolf, you will be a legend. You will be undisputed the best Nightwolf in the world. But if you have to counterpick, you somewhat tarnish that. Does that go through your mind? Like, are you thinking, man, I really want to take Nightwolf? Or like you said earlier, like, I want to win the tournament. I mean, what's the balance between wanting to win the tournament and wanting to prove that you're the best with your character?
See, to me, that's not the process that goes through my mind. Like, I'm pretty sure that I've established myself as a Nightwolf player. Like, to me, I'm not concerned with people saying, "Oh man, you know, Fly, he's not that good of a Nightwolf player anymore. He's lost his touch." I'm not worried about that. I'm a competitor, so I want to win. I mean, if I have to pick Cabal or Raiden to win, I'll do it. When I get to the top 8, I think that Nightwolf is my best chance of winning at that point. In pools, I think that needing to counterpick certain matchups is important. Like, I already know if I have to play Pig for any reason, I already know that I have to pick Cabal because he will counterpick my Nightwolf with Kenshi, which is very difficult. And Cabal is a better matchup. And then if I beat his Kenshi with Cabal, he'll pick Melina, which is what he'll do. And I can beat his Melina with Cabal. It's hard, but I can do it. It's just a matter of knowing. I know what matchups I need to be prepared for in order to pick Cabal or Raiden. Any other matchup, and I've already envisioned in my head what the top 8 is going to look like. So I've already said to myself, okay, I'm going to pick Nightwolf for these, and these matches. Katana players are going to get Nightwolf. Unless he gets blown up for some crazy reason, which I don't expect to see happening. You might see a Kenshi or a Raiden in there. But anything else besides Cabal, you see Nightwolf the whole time because I think Raiden's my best chance against Cabal. So in the top 8, you might just see all Nightwolf. I'll do what I got to do to get to the top 8, but once I get to the top 8, you'll probably see all Nightwolf.
What is your vision for top 8? Run us through your scenario where you win and what the top 8 looks like.
All right. I see both myself and Pig being in the top 8.
Are you in winners or losers?
I'm in winners.
Damn.
And
I like
Pig
it.
is in winners.
So both of you are in winners?
I see us both in winners at this point. I see only one Kitana player making it to the top 8. That's my vision right now.
Who's it going to be?
I don't know. It's going to be a toss-up between... I'm going to say Crazy Dominican gets knocked out in pools. And I'm going to say that it's going to be a toss-up between Osu or Great One, the guy from Kentucky.
Damn.
What about Conqueror?
Conquer, I guess I could put Conqueror's name in there too. I forgot about Conqueror for a second. But at the same time, if I had to choose, I'd probably put Osu in there before Great One or Conqueror just because he's been competing consistently, whereas this is Great One's first tournament, although he's very good. It's his first tournament, and Conquer hasn't been to anything that I know of since Evo. So if I had to choose, I'd say Osu. So I would say if I had to pick for right now, I'd say me, Pig, Osu. I'd put CD Jr. and Rio up there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know who else. I could put Slips in there.
What about Chris G?
No, I don't think
Maxter?
I'm making it. Maxter has a good chance, but I don't think that New York's going to dominate the top 8 this time. I really don't.
Morty
I
and
could
Dink?
say Morty or Dink. Morty, I don't think Dink's going to make it. I really don't. I don't think Dink's going to get into the top 8. I think he'll get knocked out.
Why not?
Dude, do you know how many killers are coming to the final round?
No one expects Quan Chi. No one's ready for Quan Chi.
But
I think he's got a shot.
Okay, you saw how well Sonic Fox and Death did at Winter Brawl, right?
Yeah.
Okay. From what I hear, Dink has a phobia of Molinas, and I'm sorry if I just outed you, Dink, if you're listening to this, but from what I hear, he has a very difficult time beating Molinas, and it might just be a bad matchup for Quan Chi, but I'm pretty sure that if there's any Molina players in his pool, he will get knocked out. And there's bound to be Molina players at final round.
Is Death coming to final round?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Death will be there. I don't think Sonic Fox is coming. What is he, like 8?
Yeah. He can't. Yeah.
I mean, I think I can beat them both. I love you guys, but I think I can beat you both. But I don't think Dink makes it. Morty has a good chance. There might be 1 or 2 Sonyas in there. If New York's coming, Ryu 48, he has a good chance of being in there too. I mean, Sonya's a bitch.
What about Swift Tom Hanks?
No. No, absolutely not.
Damn.
I'm sorry, man. It's just like all the Sektor players, all they talk about is how bad Sektor is.
Yeah.
It's so annoying to me. Like,
Yes,
I play
it is.
Sektor myself. Like, there's a lot of characters that I play in this game. I main 3 of them, but I play a lot. Like, I think that if I were to focus on Scorpion, Cage, Sektor, Shang Tsung, I could take any one of them and bring them up to the level of my main 3. It would take some effort, but I think I could do it. I just think that if I was to focus on Sektor and drop everybody else, I could do just as well, if not better, than I could with Nightwolf. I just don't see how he's as bad as everybody says he is.
I mean, he's pretty much considered the face of Sektor in America, and he says Sektor is not tournament viable. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I mean, it would be like me coming out and saying Nightwolf isn't tournament viable, which I don't think is true. I think Nightwolf is very tournament viable, and if Nightwolf is tournament viable, here's what I think about Sektor. Sektor, I think, has some of the best footsies in MK9.
I agree.
I think that the way I revolve my game around Nightwolf is around footsies, and I think that with Sektor, I can do that 10 times better. He's got up-air missiles that aren't as good as Shang Tsung's air fireball, or what is it called, up skulls, but they're very close. And between that, you can zone any character out using up missiles, back 1, forward 2, and back 3. I just don't see an instant air teleport.
Yep.
I mean, what tool doesn't he have? I mean,
I agree.
besides, he doesn't have armor, but, if you're zoning right, he doesn't need it.
And flamethrower, he's got that.
And he's got flamethrower too. I mean, Sektor is such a good character, and he takes hell of damage. I mean, one combo, it's over 40.
And his punishment, he can, when other characters can only down poke out of strings, he can get a full combo.
I mean, Scorpion has a 6 frame down 1. A lot of characters have a 6 frame down 1. Nightwolf, all of his pokes, his low pokes are 7 frames. Like down 1 is 7 frames, down 3 is 7 frames, standing 1 is 9 frames.
Wait a minute, standing 1 is 6 frames.
With Nightwolf?
Ooh. Sorry, I thought we were talking about Sektor.
Well, I'm only comparing Sektor to what I know, which is Nightwolf. So
Okay, yeah.
In my mind, I'm thinking about how slow Nightwolf is in comparison to a 6 frame juggle starter.
But
It's
Nightwolf
huge.
has armor.
Nightwolf has armor. Okay, what move does Nightwolf have with armor that's worth using?
I don't know.
Well, I was told that the armor shoulder barge made him number 1.
What? Who said that?
Oh, dude, Tom and oh my God! They've broken Nightwolf! Holy shit! You don't remember that? They're going
Dude,
That's what
crazy.
everyone already thought he was top tier.
I would trade armor on and hand shoulder for a million other things. I don't need that shit to play this game. That is a waste of meter. I mean, what if it hits? What do I get? 12% damage? It's like Cage's enhanced Shadow Kick. I mean, what's the point? You know, like you said yourself in one of the podcasts that you love it when Cage's enhanced Shadow Kick because it wastes meter. It's the same thing with Nightwolf. It does nothing. It pushes you away. I don't get it close to you, and it's a waste of meter. And I take damage while doing it. What's the point?
I mean, Sektor can punish Smoke Bomb with the full combo.
I mean, what I call is a 50-50 punish. Nightwolf has to 50-50 punish on so many things, which is I have to guess a mid or a low or a grab just to try to get some damage.
What do you think? What is the psychology behind the Sektor community? What's wrong with them? Are they the worst community? Are they worse than Sub-Zero players who make a let's daydream about buffs thread every other week? Like, which community is worse?
Well, okay,
I think it's gotta be
communities-
Sektor.
Go ahead. What are you saying?
I think it's gotta be the Sektor forms. Like, at least the Sub-Zero players, like, they their character isn't as good. They don't have a face. They know they don't have a face for the character. So, I mean, they pretty much know they all are just kind of sitting there in limbo, and they know they all pretty much suck, and they just can't do it. And the Sektor players, their character is good.
And they have a guy in the UK who's succeeding with him.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. Don't talk about the UK. I haven't been impressed with a lot of the UK players, honestly.
Really?
There's like 1 or 2 players that I've really seen that I like, and that's Foxy Grandpa, whose Cage and Sonya are very good, and then there's Mustard, whose Cyrax is very good. I'm not going to say that Ketchup has really impressed me very much just yet.
Wow. Damn. So you're calling him out for Evo?
Evo, yeah. Money
That's why I like that. I like that because, I mean, I play Sektor enough to know. I know enough about Sektor to look at a match and break down what's happening and say, "Wow, that was a dumb mistake." And when I've watched some of his matches, maybe I'm not watching the right ones because we all have our bad days. I don't want to say he's a bad player because I don't want to be that guy. But at the same time, I think that he does. I mean, he does back 3-4 at full screen for no reason. I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, are you smoking? Are you drinking? Like, what? Why are you doing that? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. There's just some things I don't understand about his style of play. It doesn't make him bad. It just makes me question the respect that everybody wants to give him. You know what I mean?
I got a question for you. So you play Raiden, right?
Yeah.
What did you think of Tom Brady's Raiden at Winter Brawl?
All right. First, I got to give respect to Tom because he helped me understand Nightwolf a little bit better when I was starting with the game, and I was trying to understand Nightwolf's playstyle. He really helped me with that. I want to say that first because I'm about to say he's not going to like. And it's the fact that the tactics he uses with Raiden are like the opposite of what he says to do. It's like he listens to himself and says, man, that guy's a jackass. I'm going to do exactly the opposite. I'm like, what are you doing? He does 3-3-4 enhanced fireball in every single game I've seen him play. I watched part of the stream last night at Valley Stream. I watched part of it, and I watched him play CD Jr. for the first, 3-4 games. And I turned it off because I couldn't watch it anymore. I saw Perfect Legend in the chat saying that he was ranked in single digits in 1 to 10. I mean, his Raiden is not good.
What is with that EX Fireball thing he does? Why is he doing that?
There's only 1 or 2 strings where it's worth doing, and it's only worth doing on hit. For example, I'll give you an example. Are you familiar with Raiden strings?
Yes.
Okay, so back 2, forward 1. It's the weirdest, slowest string Raiden has.
Yeah.
It's almost completely useless, except off of a jump-in punch. But if it connects using an enhanced fireball, both of the enhanced fireballs will combo, giving you a safe jump, giving you free pressure. That would be what I would consider a good use of enhanced fireball. On a blocked 3-3-4, using enhanced fireball is retarded because you get full combo punished, or at least an uppercut, because let's say they want to block the second fireball that comes. I saw somebody last night down one him out of it before the fireball left the screen, and the second one never even came around and hit him. I mean, it's just like, what are you thinking? I think he's just not there. I don't know. He's just not thinking straight with
You
Raiden.
think that's like the wrong character for him?
I mean, from watching him play, I'd say absolutely. I mean, he doesn't play him. There's no way he will place top 8 in a major playing that character that way. No way.
Wow.
At final round, if he places in the top 8, I will apologize sincerely because I do not believe it'll happen.
What character should he play?
Well, I mean, I play more than one character, so to say one character specifically would be, a little hypocritical.
Well, he's got Noob. I mean, he's said that Noob is his secondary.
He should play with Kenshi.
I agree.
I mean, Kenshi takes Noob and fucks him in the ass, and then turns him around, and then gives him a blowjob. It's like Kenshi takes Noob and destroys him. What's the point of playing Noob if you could play Kenshi?
I don't know.
Noob looks cooler.
That's retarded. You play Kitana because she looks cool? No.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
No way. She's got a man jaw. She's got the dumbest moves. There's no way you play her because she looks cool.
Why do you think I play her?
Because she's really good?
Dude, no, that's not true. I take offense to that. I love the princess. Fuck you.
You're actually attracted to her.
Dude, she's awesome, man. She's got cool weapons. She's got a cool costume. What are you talking about?
You think Blade fans are a cool weapon? Wow.
Yeah, awesome.
Let's say you get drafted into the army. You're going to say, nah, don't give me a musket. Let me get a freaking Blade fan. I'm going to throw that shit all day.
A female ninja. It wouldn't work for me.
Oh, my bad.
It fits her character design. Like, I'm not saying I want to just walk around with steel fans. Although I would. Like,
you would, yeah.
Yeah, like, at EVO I want steel fans. I'm saying it fits her character design,
Well, I mean, I get that. I mean, that's her character, but I think she's okay, I was going to say she's a retarded. She's not retarded. She just wouldn't be my definition of a cool character.
Well, I disagree. I play her out of loyalty, and I take offense to the notion I'm tier whoring. How dare you, sir?
I mean, It's cool. I mean, I play Nightwolf because I think he's cool, and I like to make fun of my buddy who's Indian. You know, it's whatever.
Man, I got that statue of her that came in. It's so tight.
Oh my god, he's
It
serious?
looks cool.
Dude, I tweeted a picture of it.
Yeah, I
It's-
saw it.
I don't follow you on Twitter, dude. You serious?
Everybody
Sticky
should.
already.
How dare you?
Is
Man,
it worth $150?
It was cool. It's cool, man. It's really cool.
I want a Cabal one.
They're gonna make one.
Did
I
you
didn't
get
like the
the
Scorpion one. He's just kind of sitting there.
Did you get the TYM discount?
No, I ordered it before that.
Oh, okay.
If you got the Cabal one, how would you feel if you could hit a button and he did that?
I'd pay $1,000 for it.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I'd sell my car for it.
You guys are ridiculous.
You gotta like your character, man. That's why I'm good, man, because I'm loyal to the princess. I'm her subject, man.
So it has nothing to do with her ridiculous down one, cutter bullshit, forward two. No.
She was my main the first time I ever played the game. Before I knew, dude, slips back me up.
You
Okay.
actually made Kung Lao.
Let's
Wait a minute.
let's be real.
Kung Lao was the second.
If
I
Nightwolf
don't
looked as
know,
good
dude.
as he was in UMK3, I mean, I'd be winning majors right and left, but
First
Your
off,
main in UMK3 was Striker as well.
only at first, because I didn't. She was bad, man.
She's not bad.
She's only good at rush down, and I can't rush down.
She's not bad at all.
My main MK2 was Kitana, not Kung Lao is the secondary. I went to Kung Lao to counterpick Raiden. Dude,
Why
I
is
played.
that a counter pick? Oh, yeah, that's true. That was bullshit.
Yeah, I played Kitana a lot more than Kung Lao in MK2.
Maybe.
But in MK9, I've always just played Kitana.
well, who else do you need? I mean, damn.
But no, even when the game was brand new,
I mean, who are her bad matchups? I don't even know.
Kenshi, Liu Kang.
According to Pig of the Hut, it's not even that bad of a matchup for Kitana. Because he's fought Mr. Molina, who has found a way to beat Kenshi with Kitana.
I mean, I beat Kenshi players too. It's still a bad matchup. It's bad enough that even the Dominican brothers say it's bad, and they don't. They think everything is even. You know a matchup is bad when even they're like, yeah, it's bad.
What is it, 6'4"? 5.5?
Yeah.
Is it 6'4"?
He has every tool he needs to beat her. He can beat her zoning, and he can beat her footsies, and he can beat her rush down.
All right.
Literally, every trait that she's good at, he has a great answer.
Well, that's why I picked him up.
Full screen zoning is not going to work. When you get in close, the footsies isn't going to work because of the shoulder charge.
What about the? Well, how would you beat Kenshi? I mean, what's your game plan? I mean, you got to be coming to final round with some game plan for Kenshi, I'm sure.
I can beat any Kenshi player.
Oh, okay, that's bold.
I mean, it's only a 6. Dude, I overcome bad matchups all the time. Like I think people are.
Dude, you don't even have any bad matchups to complain about. I overcome bad matchups all the time. Fuck you.
I at Devastation Devastation, I had 3 rated players in my pool, and I beat all of them.
Not a bad matchup for her,
You're
dude. I'm
crazy, dude.
Stay on the ground. If you jump, yeah, it's bad. If you stay on the ground, it's not that bad, dude.
How are you supposed to do?
Damn. He's blowing you up.
Yes.
I always overcome Reptile. I got a double flawless on a Kenshi player at my last
Play with Anna,
dude. Not all players are created equal, man. I mean, seriously, there's not more than 3 Kenshi players that play him at a level that's worth mentioning.
I agree. I'm saying you don't have to go straight to counter picking. But I'm confident that I can reasonably do well against a great Kenshi player.
You play with Kitana, though.
She is.
I mean, he plays with
Wait,
Nightwolf.
anybody's mate all night. You play with Kitana.
You're playing a top 2 character.
It's not my fault my favorite character
You
is
play
good. What can you do
Cabal.
about it?
He said the reason why he's successful is because he's loyal. No, that's not it at all.
Just
You're
damn
a good
fun.
player, but your character is bullshit.
She's good. People
Damn.
don't know how to fight her, man. It's not my fault the community can't adjust to her.
I'll adjust. I final round. Watch.
Wow. Wow.
So,
We're still getting blown up by garbage that they don't understand. That's not my problem.
All right, tell me this. I just figured this out the other day. I was playing online, and jump and punch 1-1-2 cutter. If you block the jump and punch, it jails,
Yes.
and you cannot duck and punish cutter, which is what I want to do.
Correct. If the
That's-
cutter is if any string is blocked standing, you cannot duck the cutter.
Even if you're holding down the entire time the string is happening,
Correct.
that's bullshit. Why does
Why?
that happen?
It's just neutral on block.
If you're crouching when I do 1-2-2-1 with Nightwolf, you can stand and block the 2-2, which is overhead with Nightwolf. So how come I can't duck your cutter and punish you with a full combo for 40%? Doesn't make sense.
She has no overhead mix-up. There's no mix-up there.
Whatever, dude.
I mean, Nightwolf would be ridiculous if you got that. If you couldn't transition into stand block.
What if Nightwolf had forward 3 being a low like Jax?
I think it would make no difference.
No difference?
Yeah.
Wow. What would make a difference? What would make him better? I want to hear your opinion.
I don't understand why making that low would make a difference. Like,
You don't think it would make his pressure game a little bit more effective? With 1-2-2-1 being overhead and
No, 'cause you just
4-3
stand
being
up.
low?
no.
Huh?
I mean, why wouldn't you just crouch block all day?
Because Nightwolf has 2 strings that start, well, they don't start mid, but the second hit on each combo is a mid, which pops you up.
But you can see that you blocked it and then stand up.
Or I can just do like -1 and then forward 3 and then get the low starter when you stand up. I mean,
I think that'd be way too slow.
there's no way.
I
It
don't
would
know.
be too slow.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I've been playing a little bit of Jax recently, and the up-close pressure is so much more... It's so much better.
Well, he has an overhead.
Forward 3?
Yeah.
It's not an overhead. It's like a slow-motion version of back 2. It's retarded.
It's pretty good, man.
It's good enough.
Yeah.
Gets the job done.
It's not what makes him a danger up close.
I agree, but it makes it so that you can't crouch block all day.
So
And,
apparently, I was talking to CD Jr. on Facebook, and he said that he's not even going to play Jax at Final Round. He's not even going to play Smoke at Final Round. He's got somebody new he's been working on.
Liu Kang.
Rain. It's gonna be Rain.
It's gonna be Liu Kang.
You think Liu Kang?
Yeah.
No.
No way.
No.
He's gonna pick Smoke and Jax.
Well,
What
yeah.
do you
I mean,
lose?
he's just trolling. But if he was gonna play someone else, it'd be Liu Kang.
Maybe Sonya.
All right, I want to go back to Kitana. I feel slandered. What's so bad about blocking a cutter? Like, what's scaring you?
Okay, well, you got to look at the character I play.
Yeah.
I play Nightwolf.
Yeah.
My fastest poke is how many frames?
6 or 7. 7.
7.
Yeah.
What the hell am I going to do?
Block.
Counter poke, block, exactly.
Crouch block.
I
So
have
then
to
what's
block.
gonna kill you?
So what?
So what's gonna hurt you? Crouch block.
If I crouch block, you're going to chip me to death. I have to counter poke your down ones in order to take any damage, or back away and footsie you to where I can maybe get a back 2-2 or a lightning, or reflect your fans when you start throwing fans.
Chip damage is scaring you? We're not talking about Johnny Cage forward 3-3 EX force ball chip damage.
But if you do down one cutter, and let's just say I don't react to cutter properly, and I stand block it for some reason, you're able to just keep applying pressure, which is a problem. let's say, what's her overhead string that she has? I don't even remember what that string is.
4-1, and it's terrible.
But if you do forward 4-1 link to cutter, I can't duck block it.
You can.
So what can I do?
Duck cutter. You go into crouch block, and if she does forward 4, it'll whiff, and you can uppercut her.
Man, get the fuck out of here, dude.
It's not even hard, man.
You just by the time that happens, it's time to block high. It's not time.
No,
to
it's
uppercut.
not. It's not hard, dude.
Yeah, I'd rather listen to Slips here because he's the one that's had to fight you a million times.
I don't even do it against him because it's not. No, it's not. It whiffs over you.
Dude, by the time you see that it whiffed over, it's time to stand up. You don't have time to let go of block, wait for your character to be fully in crouch state to do an uppercut. And then, some of us don't even have fast uppercuts.
So you down one her.
Dude, you don't have fucking time, dude.
With
It ain't worth it. It
With
ain't
a 7
worth the
frame down
reward.
one, it's going to get beat every time with your 6 frame down one, dude.
Her own uppercut can uppercut out of that string. There's a reason we don't do that string except off a jump in. It's a 17 frame high. With
If it's in the middle of pressure, if you're like dashing up doing like down three or 2, all that shit, we're not going to be able to see, oh, there's a forward 4, let me let go of block during all this pressure and uppercut her. It's
crazy.
No, it's going to be, oh, there's a forward 4, it's time to block high. Not, oh, it's a free out of pressure. That's bullshit.
Okay, Osu, me and you are going to do a 1st to 5 at final round. We'll do it on stream if we can. And I want to fucking blow you up so bad. But
Okay,
I don't know if it's possible.
Put something up. Put
the
something
cutter.
on the line.
You block the cutter. So everyone, this is the problem. From the highest possible level of play onwards, you guys are panicking over nothing. Like, you'll see, like, CD does down 3, back 1 and 2. Why try to counterpoke? Just chill out. After the back 1 and 2, she's neutral and she's far apart again. Then you can jump away or do whatever you want. Chill out.
Jump on Kitana? You crazy.
Then if you make him air fan, then you've established that he's not going to dash it into his pressure anymore. No one ever makes him do his anti-air. Or walk backwards after the back 1 and 2. You don't have to sit there blocking forever.
You're right. I mean,
you will push yourself back.
Technically, you're right, because the only way that I've been able to successfully beat katanas is to consistently just be patient and block all the pressure, wait for you to go for a cutter, either punish it or generate some space to where I can start footseeing you again and reflecting your fans.
There's nothing she can do besides throw if you crouch block. There is no way you will be comboed. There is no way that you will lose a ton. There's nothing she can do if you're crouch blocking. Wait for her to space herself out, and then you could just start walking backwards. Everyone is going, oh God, chip! Just chill out, crouch block until you get the spacing, and then back up.
So what's your goal here, Osu? Is it to ruin your chances of making top 8, or is it?
I can do well, and I already know what to do. I fight someone that knows how to fight Kitana, so I already know what to do. I want the rest of the community. I want to stop winning because of gimmicks.
I have a theory.
I agree.
I have a theory. I think he's giving misinformation.
Slips is being coy here. He knows everything I'm saying is true. That shit doesn't work against him.
I agree 100%, Slips. Osu. I mean, I'm the kind of guy that will tell you every single piece of tech that I find with a character like Nightwolf, so that you know exactly what you're walking into. Because I would rather beat you because I outthought you during the match, and outplayed you, than won because of some gimmick like an easy, reset with smoke that I won't tell anybody about. I love you, CD Jr. But I mean, seriously, let's get real and let's play the game like it's let's play the game like it's real. Let's play the game and compete without trying to hide shit from each other and, look, I'm not going to tell you about my new shit. I'm just going to beat you when you don't see it.
Here's a great point. At Evo, Sektor discovered how to punish down one cutter in the hotel room. And I was talking to Conqueror about it, and he's like, yeah, I've just discovered this too. And we were saying, everything's changed. Kitana, as we know it, is in a world of trouble. We're going to have to adjust to this. This is a big deal. We are now almost a year later, and we haven't had to adjust to it.
Dude, nobody's punishing it.
No, it's almost a year. And I say it on every podcast. I've said it in a million threads, and no one's still used to it. Slips is the only one that's really good at it.
Dude, okay, you watched Winter Brawl, and you saw Sonic Fox and Death do so well.
Yeah.
Did anybody punish their teleports?
Not well enough. Not good enough. That's another good example.
Did anybody punish back 3 enhanced roll?
Nope.
I mean, Sonic Fox, no offense to the kid, but he jumped, I think, the entire match. Every time he had meter, he did enhanced teleport. Nobody even duck blocked the enhanced teleport. With Nightwolf, I duck block, down 1 axe, and I get 25 to 30% after every single block teleport. You mean to tell me that Melina's going to beat me because of a teleport and back 3 enhanced roll? There's no way. No way.
So you're calling out that 12-year-old kid?
Damn.
Yeah, man.
So are you saying the competition at Winter Brawl wasn't that good?
No, yeah. I'm saying that. Well, okay. Here's what.
So you're saying like CD Junior and Rio, whenever they win a tournament, it's not that big of a deal because their competition isn't that very high.
I'm telling you that the community as a whole has not leveled up to the point where they should be yet.
I agree.
People think they know the game. They don't know shit. If you did, you would be punishing a Melina teleport. You'd be punishing a Sonya dive kick. This is the stuff that you need to know in order to compete in this game. You'd be punishing a down 1 cutter. I will punish you for 40 if you down 1 cutter me.
What's amazing is that Slips does it on stream, and at Frosty Faustings, I lost because I went to that well too many times and he started blowing it up. The commentators didn't say anything. You haven't heard a single word about it.
Commentators don't know shit. I'm not going to lie. Commentators in this game...
Like, you would think they would go, oh my god, that standard Kitana tactic is not safe after all. Like that, but it was just glossed over. There's a whole thread saying, forget about PL, let's talk about Slips. And they weren't like, oh my god, look at that. No one's doing it. It's amazing.
No one cared.
Yeah, you cut off. That's huge. To make me think I'm risking half my life if I do down 1 cutter is huge.
Yep, it's a big risk. If Kitana players knew that would happen, right now people like CD and Osu, they play. You play Slip, so you know what can happen. I don't know that CD is getting blown up for it.
What's amazing is that they brag about how they blow up cutter, yet I've never seen them do it. They do the thing where you down poke under it.
Everybody says, oh yeah, you can blow up Nightwolf's shoulder. Do you know how many people I can count on one hand that have blown up a duck's shoulder with a full combo?
Jax's dash punch is another one.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Except Jax's dash punch is a little different because he's actually airborne during it. So if you hit him out of the dash punch, it's actually considered like he's already being juggled. So it's not quite the same thing. Like Nightwolf.
Actually, no. You can actually. He has landing frames where you can hit him.
Yeah.
It depends. It's got like an arc on it. So like if you hit him at the bottom of it, yeah. But if you hit him in the like at the down 1 while he's in mid dash punch, it's like a juggle already.
At that point, you're just throwing out a low poke.
Either way, I'm just saying, it's like he's got Nightwolf's on the ground the whole time, Jax is in the air and then on the ground. It's different.
True.
But I'm with you. I hear what you're saying.
All right. How about the prediction game? So I'm going to say some matches. You guys say who will win.
Okay.
Slips versus CD.
Slips.
I'll say Slips.
Slips, who's gonna win?
Well, me.
I had to get him to say it. All right. 16-bit versus Great One.
16-bit.
Great one.
Wow.
Great one.
Wow. Traitor.
Guys,
All right,
no
how about,
respect.
yeah. How about Crazy Bone versus Chris G?
Chris G.
Didn't
What was
What was that?
Wow.
I think Crazy won a money match against him.
Did he really?
Yeah, I think so.
I refuse to believe that.
It's true.
I mean,
Chris G looked really salty.
You have no respect for Crazy at all?
He's good.
like, every time I've watched Crazy Bone play, I think in my head, wow, I don't understand how he plays this so well.
Oh.
No respect.
Oh, man.
I mean, like, okay, at EVO, Crazy Bone and Wonder Chef roomed with me. As a person, Crazy Bone and I, we hung out, we were cool. But when I watch his gameplay, every time I've seen his Cyrax or I've seen his Ermac or whatever, I'm just like, damn, really? Like, really? I don't know what questions to ask, because I'm just like, really? I don't know. That's just me.
Wow.
So, are you calling out as Jade? I mean, Jade is his main now.
I mean, I already tried to set up a money match with him for final round if he's able to come. I don't know. He has to have some family issues. I know his father had, I think, heart surgery, which is pretty serious. So I don't know what his scenario is for being able to come to final round. If he's able to come, there's a $20 money match on the table for him waiting if he's able to be here. So it's out there. It's waiting for it. I'm willing to put some money behind it. I don't see what's so special about Crazy. I think he's a good player, but I don't think he's top 20. He's on the list. I don't think he is. He should be though.
All right. How about Tom Brady versus Denzel Terry?
That is interesting.
I don't want to be the first one to answer.
I promised I wouldn't blow up Tom. I can't say.
For 6 months.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
I mean, we gotta just go based on Tom's last performance. It looks like he's still kind of trying to figure out
Wait a
his
minute, wait a
character.
minute. Is this Raiden versus sub or a sub versus sub?
No, this is Raiden versus Sub.
I think it should be sub versus sub.
That'd be boring as shit.
That wouldn't even be logical because Tom doesn't apparently play sub anymore, so it would have to be Raiden.
It has to be Raiden.
All right, Raiden.
I mean, I think he's still trying to figure how to play Raiden, so
I
I gotta
think
go with
Denzel.
Denzel.
I agree, Denzel.
I'll support Tom. I believe in Tom.
Yeah.
Is that really
I'll
what
call
you think, or what? Come on, don't just be that guy that just agrees with who you want to be happy
Someone's
with.
got to support Thomas.
Dude, Tom got us 2,000 views.
Yeah, Slips. Come on.
Whatever, man. Did you get any money for that? I mean, what the hell? Come on.
No.
Be real.
We don't
Need him back on the show. Tom would win.
Dude, we got to get him on for final round live podcast with Tom
Yeah.
Brady.
He is a celebrity, yes. Gotta give him that.
How did we get so many views? How many fans he must have a shitload of fans on
I can't
YouTube.
believe it, dude.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. You guys
That's
have
like
a
more than
4-hour
double the
podcast. I don't listen to half your podcasts because they're like 3-4 hours at a time. But I listen to Tom's. I'm not gonna lie.
Slips, how can you betray Tom like this after what he's done for us?
He gave us a shout out. He liked the podcast.
I like Tom. He's awesome. But
Wait, where did he give us a shout out?
At Winter Brawl on
I don't-
commentary.
He did? What did he
Yeah,
say?
he was like, "We're awesome." He'd do it anytime. It was
He said,
awesome.
I'm awesome?
He said, "We're all awesome."
Dude, how could you say Denzel would win? Come on.
I didn't say it.
I think Tom's great. I think he's awesome.
Why are you downplaying? Why are you saying Denzel would
Wait, you
beat
just
him?
said he's learning his character. That's true.
I mean, he's just going through like a character complex right now, though.
Final round is in 1 week. You don't have time to learn your character in 1 week, dude.
Well, he's looking at the long game. I mean, he wants to place at EVO, so I'm guessing he's going to use these tournaments to learn his character. which could pay off. Think about if he plays as a top 8 at Evo, everyone will be on blast. All his doubters will be on blast.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Evo last year, I think about what Evo was, and I think about how the game has evolved since then. And you could not have the same players in top 8. If Evo were to happen today, the same players would not be there.
Wait a minute.
I'm not saying that you wouldn't be there. I'm saying
all right, let's
go
through that top 8. Online Tony, you're probably right. He's out.
Absolutely not.
Okay, I'll agree with that. Who else was 7th?
ATL Red was in there.
He's your boy. You're gonna say he can't place?
I'm saying that he hasn't won a tourney here in probably 4 months, so I'm gonna say no.
You know he's gonna listen to this, man.
He doesn't listen to this, dude. I mean, I'll tell him.
Okay, fuck him. What about me?
I'll have to wait to answer that till after final round because honestly, I don't think that you've seen the level of competition that Evo has provided until final round. I'm just saying that honestly because you won a major, which is more than I can say that I've ever done. So I cannot ever take that away from you. But who did you fight in the top 2?
Oh, wait a minute.
Damn.
Wait a minute.
Damn.
Wow.
Wait a minute here.
Osu, who did you fight? Who did you fight in grand finals?
I fought Bone.
Okay, what did I just say about Bone?
Damn.
Wait a minute. I had beat Tyrant to get to Bone, and he's good, man.
Tyrant he's decent. He's a good player.
Damn.
I compared his Jax to CD Junior's Jax. You cannot compare the two. You cannot.
I have seen Tyrant give Rio a run for his money.
Okay, have you ever heard that Tyrant does not do the corner infinite because he thinks it's unfair?
I mean, hey, that's his deal.
Do you think that makes him a high-level Jax player? Do you think that if he loses a match because of that, he deserves to be called a high-level Jax player? Do you think that if Mustard decides not to do a Cyrax reset, he deserves to be called a high-level Cyrax player?
I think if he can win without it, I mean, that's his choice.
But he hasn't. What has he won?
He's consistent. I'm not saying he's as good as Junior. I'm saying he's good, though.
Okay.
But let's forget about SCR. I've beaten Detroit. I've beaten Morty. I've played almost everybody except I've played every good player except Warda, CD Junior, and Maxter.
Warda doesn't even play anymore.
Yeah, that's why I haven't played him. But I mean, I've played Rio. I've played Tom Brady. I have tournament wins over top players. I don't know. I think my resume speaks for itself, sir.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna say you wouldn't be top 8 at Evo again if it happened today. But what I am saying is that it's a judgment call because the level of competition hasn't been at its maximum, at least at the tournaments that you've been to, since Evo.
Damn.
Did you win a free major?
SCR wasn't free, but it wasn't Evo, and it's not final round.
Wow.
Wow.
What about Devastation? I got 3rd at Devastation. Eris was there. Morty, Detroit, Rio, Tom.
That's legit.
All the guys. And I got 3rd.
That's legit.
That was just October.
That's legit. That's legit, but it doesn't change what I'm saying. That's legit, though.
I mean, you said Detroit is your favorite to win final round, and last
Detroit
time
is beast. I don't want to fight Detroit. He knocked me out at Evo.
Well, I have a win over Detroit. Technically, he has, unless he wins a run back, I am up on him.
And that was that Devastation?
Yes. I beat Wiz, Morty, and Detroit back to back to back. Now, Morty put me to losers. Morty put me to losers, so, I mean, we're even.
That's legit. I mean, the only person you lost to Mr. Molina, right?
Yeah, Morty put me to losers, then I went through losers, then I lost to Mr. Molina.
But then you got to remember that Devastation was weird because people lost like 3 times and were still in winners and some shit.
How many times did you lose?
Dude, wait a minute. Hold on here.
I'm just saying, I'm repeating what Tom said.
I came in through winners.
Okay.
I got screwed. I lost twice. Mr. Molina lost 3 times.
All right. Okay, you're good then. You're good. You don't have to worry about it, man. You're good. You would probably...
Yeah.
You might still be in the top 8.
Might. All right. What about Denzel? You're saying he couldn't do it again?
No.
Just flat out no.
No.
Damn.
All right. What about Chris G?
He might be able to do it again. He's a good player. He's a really talented player.
What about Job?
I mean, it's hard for me to say because I haven't seen him play since Evo, first of all. I do think, I will go on record saying this, that while I was at Evo, he was the player that I was the most impressed with. And that's from a fighting game perspective, looking at his footsies, looking at his overall spacing. He played it, I think, the best. What he wasn't able to do was punish consistently, which is just the fact that the game is new and not understanding exactly how to do that. But I think that he was the most evolved in terms of his strategy in terms of MK9 at that point.
I watched that whole top 8 again Tuesday.
Wow.
Terrible.
It's terrible.
We were all so bad.
Like, it was not good.
Everybody was jumping like crazy. I was hitting online Tony with this overhead. Like, no one knew how to punish Molina's teleport. I mean, he was getting away with murder. It was bad.
But Job is a good player, man. I mean, he's a solid player, and I think that if he's coming back to Evo like he said he's going to, I think if it were to happen today, he's been playing this whole time, he could still be in top 8. I think.
What about, all right, then we got Rio. Of course he can make top 8 again.
Absolutely.
And then PL.
I mean, I have mixed feelings about PL because I think I respect PL for a couple of reasons. First of all is his ability to choose characters that suit his style. He's very good at that. I got to give him credit for that. I also have to give him credit for choosing the majors that give him the best opportunity to win. And the other thing I have to say, though, is that I don't respect his choosing not to compete at a tournament where he is present but decides, you know what, I'm just not going to compete because I don't have a good reason. I'm just going to not compete. That's just retarded to me. They nerfed my character, so I'm just going to chill here and show up, commentate, hang out, but not compete.
But do you think he could place again?
I don't know. I mean, he's only been the 2 majors that I can really think of since. Evo and then. Well, what was that even a major? I mean, I don't even know.
No, it was a regional.
Okay, so he was at a regional tournament that he won. I mean, he was able to beat you in slips, who are both great players. So he's definitely what I would consider a top player. Whether he would make top 8 or not, I cannot say confidently that he would, because who has he played since Evo besides you and Slips?
He plays online with good players.
Oh, wow, that convinces me.
Hey, look, I mean, I thought he wouldn't be as good offline, and then I played him, and I was like, okay, I was wrong. He's even better offline than he trains online, and then offline with his godlike reactions, it's ridiculous.
You played me online, right, Osu?
Yes.
What do you think? Be honest.
I thought you made a lot of key mistakes.
I'll tell you that right now, when I play online, I am the shittiest player you've ever played. If you don't beat me online, it's because you are the worst player you've ever seen. I am a victim of my own connection. I think I have a shitty connection. I know that. But I also think that because of how I described Nightwolf's playstyle to you earlier, it's about footsies and punishing. You just cannot do that online the same way. You cannot. The style that Nightwolf needs to be played at is completely wrong for online play. Online, it favors the aggressor. It favors the offense. I mean, hit stun is minimized and block stun is maximized. So if you're able to establish any kind of offense, your block stun is maximized, and you're able to just continue pressure constantly.
Dude, did you just take a piss?
Maybe.
Awesome.
On the podcast? That's great.
I tried to be quiet about it, but you guys figured me out.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to say.
Did you sit down?
No, I didn't sit down. What am I, a chick?
Why would he sit down?
I mean, I didn't hear the actual pee go into the toilet.
I did, yeah.
Oh, okay. All I heard was the flush.
I tried to talk the whole time so that it wouldn't be obvious, but you guys figured me out.
It was really obvious.
Oh, well.
Awesome.
That is cool, though.
Enjoy that, community.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is appropriate.
I don't think it matters.
Not. It's alright. We've had a lot of MK talk. Let's take a break from MK.
Okay. Let's talk about Slips getting pulled over by the police.
Yeah, what's your opinion of Japan?
Alright, I got a text saying, I'm gonna be late, fuck the police. And we have no idea what that meant. So please tell the story.
I was driving home, and I mean, I'm barely going over the speed limit, and they fucking pull me over, man.
How over were you?
Like 10 miles an hour.
Well, that's the cutoff, man.
It's fucking dumb, dude.
5
Right now,
miles
like,
cutoff.
someone's getting fucking raped and murdered, but instead of going out and actually fighting fucking crime and helping society, you're pulling me over for speeding.
They have speed limits for a reason, dude. What if you had killed
No
someone?
one's on the road. It's just me. There's not any pedestrians anywhere near.
How do you know someone wasn't going to walk across the street and get hit?
I mean, you're a dumbass then.
Here's the real question, though, is if you had hit them, would you have been able to give them CPR?
Don't go that road.
Yeah, we can't go there.
We can't go there.
But that's stupid. I mean, that's dumb.
Just because there's other crimes doesn't mean they cannot stop this one crime. I mean, what are they supposed to do? Like, not fight crime because there could be worse crime out there? It's not as if the guy was getting a call saying there's a murder in progress and he's like, hold on, I gotta pull over this guy.
They just want the money.
There's worse things going on than someone barely fucking speeding.
Yeah.
Plus, what do you think they do with the money? They, use it to fight more crime.
They buy those
Fucking
shiny.
get someone else's fucking money, man. Dude,
You broke
take
the
the
law.
fucking. Maybe you could pull over someone that's going like 20 fucking miles an hour over the speed limit. That makes fucking sense. But
What is
fucking
the cutoff?
10 miles an hour, dude? 10 fucking miles an hour? Are you fucking serious?
What?
At
All right.
fucking 1 in the morning.
What
One
is
in
the
the morning.
cutoff?
There's no one on the road. There
What
is
is-
no danger fucking anywhere to anyone.
Did you tell them you were...
And I get pulled over. What danger am I implementing on society?
You cannot have a rule that says this is the speed limit, plus you can go over it if you feel like it, and it's at night and nothing's going on. The law is the law, sir. Just like I can't kill a prostitute because she doesn't have any family that cares about her. I can't go, look, it's true, I stabbed a hooker, but she's just a hooker. Like, she's a runaway.
Wow.
Don't kiss her. I can't do that.
Wait, stabbing.
That's a little more. That's a lot worse than speeding.
It's the same logic. Like, that hooker, she didn't have, no one knows.
Killing someone is not the same logic as speeding.
She was a crackhead. She won't be missed. It's no big deal.
No.
I dumped the body. Like, what's the big deal?
Oh, you're
That's
okay then.
not even close.
Society.
Murder is bad no matter what it is. Even if you're killing a hooker.
All right,
Speeding isn't bad.
What do you think should be the cutoff? Like, what's the point of having a speed limit if you can go 10 miles over
There's
it?
a speed limit in place for, high times and traffic and, school's going on and shit like that. Not at fucking 1 in the morning. You're the only one on the goddamn road. There is nothing going on. There is no crime being violated.
All right, I want an answer. What should be like? Could you have gone 15 over?
Sure.
Could you have gone
20? 20 was
20.
my 20.
20 miles above the speed
I agree.
limit
I
is
agree with that.
cutoff. You guys,
Yeah.
there could be a child walking across the street that gets splattered.
At 1 in the fucking morning.
Maybe he's
Gotta watch that.
Maybe
Yeah.
there's something wrong with the goddamn parents then.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
What did you? All right, so the cop pulls you over. What did you say to the cop?
It was a chick.
Ooh, what did you say?
Fuck you.
No, you didn't. You tried to get out of it.
I like it.
I mean, I had to take it up the fucking ass. That's all you can fucking do.
You get a ticket?
Excuse.
I didn't
you get a
even
ticket?
come up with one. If you're gonna be that big of a bitch, that's what pissed me off.
Wait a
even
minute.
more.
Wait a minute. She's just doing her job.
My ass.
Uh,
Why don't you wait till there's someone actually going over the speed limit that's actually significant? Maybe she pulled me over. I'm going 10 miles an hour over, and as she's walking by, some drunken, crazy-ass dude drives by going 25 miles over the speed limit.
Wait a
Maybe you
minute.
should have waited when there was actually a fucking danger to actually...
Hold on. She's got a quota, man. She's got children to feed.
Fucking quota.
She's got to meet that quota. You
There
can't.
is no, there's no police quota for...
No, there is a
Paid
quota.
based on how many tickets they make?
But they're told that, hey, why didn't you meet your quota? Her
There
shift's
is no
about
quota,
to
that's a myth.
Her shift's about to end. She's
There's
got
no quota.
a quota,
If there
man.
is a quota for...
You make her sound like a hooker, dude. Like she's got a quota to meet.
Yeah,
Their
if
shit's
there's a
about to end,
quota
shit.
to
One
pull
more day.
civilians over for speeding, no matter how insignificant, that's not fighting crime, sir. That's not why I'm paying my tax dollars. That's not keeping me safe. That's shafting me out of fucking money.
She's just doing her job. You need to show
That's
respect
not
to the police.
the fucking job of the police, is to
That's-
shaft
she's-
civilians out of bullshit crime.
Following the law, by the book, as she's supposed to do, and you're calling her a bitch.
She's
I hope she's listening to this.
do. Hope she fucking plays Mortal Kombat. She probably plays with fucking Jade because she's shitty.
What did she look like?
I didn't even fucking look at her. It just made me even more mad that it was a bitch.
So you
What
did
do you
get a
mean?
ticket though, right?
What's that?
You did get a ticket though, right?
Of course I got a fucking ticket.
How much is it?
It'll probably be like $100-some bucks.
damn.
Are you going to go to court over it?
That's nothing, dude.
I mean, I'll get it fixed, but it's still stupid.
I got
The
a
fact that I had to
$500
waste
ticket.
$100 because someone just was fucking bored sitting in her fucking car. Fuck that bitch, dude. It's fucking stupid. Shafting me out of my hard-earned money because you're fucking bored listening to your fucking CP radio or whatever, and you can't find a fucking real crime to do. Fuck you, bitch.
Her responsibility is to work that, just to sit there and pull people over. She's not the murderer.
No, there's nothing else to do tonight. I guess I'll just stay here and shaft civilians out of their fucking money.
That is not what's going through her mind.
That is exactly what's happening.
Her captain's like, look, Sonya, like, you gotta
Sonya.
that road. And she's like, okay.
What's her name really, Sonya? That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Officer Sonya.
Did she dive kick you?
You should have said, listen here, Sonya. What the hell's your problem?
She military stance you?
Fuck that bitch.
I think you're taking it out on her instead of accepting responsibility for your crime.
That's not a crime.
That's a crime,
10
dude.
miles?
You're a criminal.
No.
That's bullshit, sir.
Criminal.
If it was such a big crime, then why do they allow you to get it fixed? Why does the state say, hey, if you give us more money, we won't tell your insurance company so you don't get points on your driver's license.
that money.
That's how big of a crime that you're making this be. If it was actually a crime, that would not be the case. They wouldn't have that stipulation in there.
They're trying to show mercy so that you don't do it again.
My fucking ass.
Your insurance company is still going to see that shit, though, dude. That's the thing.
That's not how it works in Missouri. If you get a lawyer and they downgrade it to a non-moving violation, and they turn it to like you had your stereo on too loud, or something like that.
Wow, you guys got it easy.
Yeah, Missouri's like fucking dumb.
There in Atlanta, if you get pulled over, like the big boss man will fucking hit you with his nightstick.
You might as well just go to jail for DUI. It doesn't matter.
Not anymore because he's dead.
Yeah, have you ever been to Cobb County?
Cobb County is where I used to live, man.
Damn.
Ew, wow.
That's awesome.
Do they have corn there?
You've heard of Cobb County?
Yeah, because that's where the big boss man's from.
A trailer.
Yeah.
Dude,
Well,
man.
you ever take a trip down to Cobb County, Georgia? Yeah.
Dude, Cobb County is like if you get a DUI in Cobb County, there is no hope for you.
Wow.
What do you mean? What happened?
Everywhere in Cobb County.
Yeah, that's where the big boss man's from.
That's right, man.
The law.
Sure, you respect the law and order, or you'll be serving hard time.
Like the Mountie.
Dude, Cobb County is legit when it comes to the DUI laws, man. They don't mess around. It's ridiculous.
What do you mean? What happens if you get a DUI?
Well, I mean, it happens. What happens everywhere is you go to jail. But at the same point, it's like they will pull you over whether you were driving, poorly or not. They'll pull you over just to see if you've been drinking or not. It doesn't matter. Like if you're at a .08 or a .09, you're going to jail. It doesn't matter if you were driving, outside the lane or not. They'll just pull you over because they know where the bars are. That's the way Cobb County works. There are cops outside of every single bar waiting for you.
How do you guys feel about seatbelt laws?
I'd rather stay alive if I get in an accident, so I'm fine with seatbelt laws.
No, I always wear mine.
But do you think it should be against the law?
To wear
No.
a seatbelt? What are you talking about?
I'm saying you have to wear a seatbelt.
Right.
Do you think people should have the freedom to be dumb?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So you're not in favor of click it or ticket?
No. Fuck no.
Who cares, man? I wear my seatbelt no matter what, so...
Yeah.
So do I, but I'm just saying.
They shouldn't be penalized for being that dumb.
Penalized.
It's not a
Penalized.
penis.
Penalized.
Well, how do you say it?
It's penalized.
He said Evo,
Penalized.
penal...
Penalized is like a penal implant, dude. That's like referring to dicks.
No.
Oh God, dude.
That's worse.
It's like a penalty. It's penalized. Penalty. No one calls it a penalty kick.
You could say
People
penalized,
say
but
that.
Penalized.
Penalty kick.
People
you
say
say Evo, but you don't say Evo. You say penalized, but you don't say penalized. I don't understand.
I'm editing all this shit out.
No, keep it in. This is
No.
good.
I got blown up. Fuck.
That's like something you'd say to a hooker. Hey, babe.
Penalize you?
Right.
You just got penalized.
Okay.
I think what you're doing is a penalizing thing on the street.
What?
What?
Oh, I was trying to use penalize in the same sense as penalty, but it just didn't work.
Yeah.
You're gonna get penalized by Nightwolf at final round.
I've heard people fucking say it that way.
A penalty
God,
kick?
yes.
No one has ever said a penalty kick.
I will. God damn it.
Yeah, that guy's in the penalty box. No way, man.
I've heard it.
The penalty kick. It's the ball with his penis.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, a low blow is a penalty kick.
I think I figured out the meaning of life.
All right, tell us.
Alright, so I'm looking at this in the gloomiest aspect of the afterlife. Thinking, no spiritual part about it. We're just going strictly scientific.
Okay.
So science states that energy never ceases to exist. It's just transferred.
Yes.
And, if we die, like, if you die, like, and you get buried and shit, that area of Earth gets fertilized. Because your energy gets transferred into the soil, and then you're essentially, just your being is divided up into, the sand and soil and shit.
Yes.
So, all consciousness. It's like the meaning of life.
The weirdest word, consciousness.
Yeah.
What the? I'm sorry. Continue.
But it's like we all ultimately know we are going to die.
Yes.
And our consciousness will cease to exist. It will
Yes.
never be recreated. We aren't going to heaven or hell.
Yes.
We're gonna die.
Yes.
What we are put on this earth for
Die?
is for our memory of the memory of our energy, our existence to be remembered through the realm of consciousness.
What?
What are you
Why?
talking about, dude?
Think about it. All right, so you're alive and shit. What
Yeah.
would be the greatest thing you would want to do?
Win evolution.
I mean, seriously, if you had all the talent in the world, you're the smartest, strongest person, you can pretty much do anything.
Win evolution.
Jesus Christ. No, you could invent, space travel or something.
Invent a time machine.
You could,
In
okay.
evolution, 5 years in a row.
Yeah.
There you go.
Damn, that'd be awesome.
Dear God.
I'd wear all 5 medals at once.
Alright, so yeah, you would invent a time machine.
Yes.
That's, goal number 1 for everyone, is to be able to make their mark on mankind.
Yeah.
We find out pretty early that we're pretty much fucked. We can't do that. Some people get, they downgrade to just being a celebrity, and they do what they can. But ultimately, the only thing we can do is produce children. And it's just man, I'm fucked. All I can do is make this kid, and my memory will maybe live on through him or something. Maybe he'll do something. If you think about it, that's how all energy works. Look at the sun. All right, the sun shoots energy out. I mean, think of all stars, right? All stars know that the stars are gonna die. Every star is gonna die.
It doesn't know it though.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm talking about energy.
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
What-
You've
yeah,
been
what
talking
are
for
you
10
talking
minutes.
about?
I'm so confused.
I'm saying.
Have you
All
been smoking?
Yeah, are you high?
No, I'm not at all.
Are you still at the police station, dude?
I'm just saying. Stars will eventually die, but stars put out all this energy, kind of like we do. But ultimately, it's futile. They're gonna die. It's gonna be useless, and they're fucked. Our sun.
Soxy, get out of the fucking trash. Socks! God damn it! Socks!
Your dog's
Our
name.
sun knows it's gonna die, but it has mankind on Earth. And if mankind is able to somehow sustain consciousness and is able to invent space travel, the sun will forever be remembered.
What the hell are you talking about?
You are
It's
not as profound as you think you are, sir.
Energy,
What is your question?
the point of energy is to be remembered.
What?
All energy's goal, the goal of all energy is to be remembered.
What? How are you coming to that conclusion?
Because I just said it.
Oh, so is your dog's name Socks?
It's my mom's dog, but yeah.
Okay, you're like, Socks out of the trash. Made me laugh.
Soxy, say something on the show. He's got nothing to say.
That dog
thought
would
it-
not shut up at your house.
That's not my house, it's my mom's house. I'm staying at my mom's house taking care of her dog.
Anyway, so energy and shit.
I always thought it was weird how solar systems kind of look like atoms. Maybe our solar system is just an atom or something more.
Anyway, my point was,
That was deep, dude.
I'm saying, are the humankind, we are like the Albert Einstein. We're like the Wright brothers for the sun.
What?
Yeah. The sun is putting forth all of this energy on mankind. and we're like the teenager, and it's just like the sun's like, man, I hope that, you know, young Albert Einstein.
It's not like anything.
It's not sentient. Yeah.
I'm just saying it's energy.
You know people are gonna listen to this, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure you want people to listen to what you're saying right now. You make no sense.
Yeah.
We're all sons.
We're essentially, yeah.
We're stars.
Yeah. And like our existence is like the Wright brothers.
What?
Yeah.
You've got me so confused. Either I'm a retard or I don't know what's going on.
It's not just you. No one understands.
I
what
bet
you're talking
Pimp
about.
Ouija's gonna feel you. He's gonna get it.
Dude, he looked badass at the tournament.
Did you see that thing?
Looked like Inspector Gadget.
He did.
Go Gadget Spear.
Okay.
Mankind will be able to etch itself throughout the universe. Therefore, the sun's energy will forever live on.
Etch.
What? What are you talking about?
The sun's energy will forever live on. Just like our energy will forever live on through our children.
Dude, you sound like Nightwolf.
I'm right, though. You have to understand what I'm saying.
There is no point to life. Life is random.
I'm not saying life. I'm saying energy. The sun's energy will forever live on if we were like to master the universe.
What the? Dude, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
What are you talking about?
Your eyes shit, dude.
Dude, no, like think about it. If a star across the galaxy that has no life on its planets, that energy will just die.
Right.
I mean, it's just going to be pieced out. But the sun's energy is being transferred to all of us, and if we are able to master like space travel, the sun's energy will never be depleted.
What?
Ancestors give me strength.
Right.
You sound like a stoner watching an episode of Nova.
Like the sun will die, but the energy that it put forth on humankind will live on forever.
He watched Discovery Channel last night, so he's feeling like he needs to talk about it.
I actually dreamed this.
Wow.
I dreamed that I didn't want to be like put in a coffin when I died.
What? Why?
I didn't want my energy to just rot in a coffin. I was like, I want my energy to be used up, like, you know, in the earth's soil and shit.
You don't want a
coffin. You just want to be put directly in the ground.
Yeah, just put me in the ground, like old style, like with stones and shit.
I want to be cremated.
Stones?
Yeah, you know how they bury you and then they just put stones on top of you and shit?
Yeah, I want to be cremated. There's no point to burial. I think we should get rid of burial. It's useless.
I mean, it's ceremonial, though. It's not necessarily about what it's used for.
You could do a ceremony with a cremation. Put my ashes in a coffee cup and just throw me into the wind.
And that's another thing. Everything is everything.
What?
Since energy is never destroyed. I mean, everything is everything.
I mean, Newton's laws say that's kind of true, so I guess I kind of know what he's saying.
Yeah, I mean, when you really break it down, that's true.
I'm getting creeped out.
Yeah.
Which was better, Transformers or G.I. Joe?
I saw the first Transformers and it was terrible. Just tons of bad humor.
No, I mean the cartoons.
G.I. Joe.
What?
Yeah, I agree.
No
I didn't
way.
watch either one.
No way. Dude, G.I. Joe. I watched G.I. Joe recently. Dude, that cartoon was bad.
Sick. I love that fucking shit.
What about the new G.I. Joe movie coming out with Bruce Willis and shit? What do you think?
I don't know. The first one sucked.
I actually didn't mind it.
I hated it.
What?
I hated it.
You like the Wayans brothers and G.I. Joe?
I mean, maybe my expectations were so low that I didn't think it was that bad coming out of it, but
So you loved, like, G.I. Joe and White Chicks.
I thought, like, the whole setup of Cobra Commander was good. I thought that was a good twist. I was like, where the hell's Cobra Commander? This is stupid. And the whole movie is about the rise of Cobra Commander, and I thought that was tight.
Shouldn't you have seen that coming, since it's called The Rise of Cobra or whatever?
I don't know, but I'm just saying. I didn't think that guy was Cobra Commander either.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think it was him.
I thought it was good.
I don't know. All I know is Transformers was awful, and people are just pretending to like it. No one really likes that first Transformers. Like, oh, the action is good. You can't even see what's going on. There's maybe 30 seconds of action. It's terrible humor. It's way too long. Oh,
I like
my God,
Transformers.
it's bad.
I liked because it was the first
one
movie
was-
of its kind that really kind of focused on that type of cinema. It was different than what you've usually seen. I like that.
I thought the first one was good.
Ugh.
The
Please
second
watch a
one-
good action movie.
What's a good action movie?
Die Hard 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
fuck yeah.
That is
Terminator 1.
The Matrix.
True
Okay.
Lies.
Dude, you're comparing movies from like 20 years ago to movies of today.
That's my point. The 80s and the early 90s, they don't make them like that anymore.
I mean, I agree, but everything's just different. The CGI is different.
It's shitty.
It's just different. It's not.
I mean,
shitty.
if I set your hair on fire, it'd be something different.
What?
What? You sound like Slip
How
talking
am
about.
I the one who's high?
I'm saying, just because it's different doesn't mean it's good. If I lit your hair on fire, it would certainly be a different sensation than you're used to. But I don't think you'd be like, thank you, sir. Like, this is so unusual.
That's a terrible example.
So
dude.
weird as fuck.
Edit that out.
This is a weird show.
Edit out my energy thing.
No.
No, that's,
Yeah, man.
everyone is going to tune out.
That's going to be a selling point. In the
If you can truly listen through all of that, like, I mean, you must be a real fan of this show.
Revolver will.
Yeah, Revolver will.
He'll probably get it.
Yeah, he'll be like, that was so profound.
You should start a church, Slips.
The sun will live forever.
We are stars.
Scientology has nothing on Slips.
What did you think our reaction would be when you told us that? Like, were you thinking, man, these guys are going to be
He's got it figured out.
Yeah.
I figured out the meaning of life. It's to be remembered.
Why?
Through
Dude,
energy?
Yes.
look, the real meaning of life, I figured it out as a kid. The real meaning of life, all there is to it is entertainment. My goal in life is to have more fun than boring shit every single day.
That's the meaning of your personal life.
That's everybody. If you are not having fun, you are missing the point of life.
That's
There's
just
nothing
your
else.
opinion on life.
I'm right. If you work 8 hours, then you should have 8 hours of
But
fun.
what's the point of life?
There isn't. This is all random. You just happen to be born.
No.
We just happen to have evolved. There is no point beyond enjoy it. You are missing the point if you do
Why
not
would the
understand.
universe be able to create life?
Random? It just happened.
It just happened?
Yes.
Consciousness just happened?
Yes.
There's not a point to it?
Our brain evolved to be this large so that we were sentient. It is all just random chance. There is no higher meaning. When you look for it, you are missing the point. Have fun.
Why
Be-
would the universe allow for evolution to take place if it has no meaning?
What do you mean allow it?
I mean,
We have big brains to survive. When we were Cro-Magnon, we were getting blown up. So we
but
better.
why is there life? Why is there life?
Why does it have to be an answer? Why can't the answer simply be it happened?
Why are there certain conditions within elements to allow life to occur? Like, there's no fire beings on Mercury. There's no ice beings on, like, fucking Neptune. So why is there a certain condition that allows life to exist?
Random chance. Out of 8 planets, 1 planet happened to be habitable, or however you say it. Shut up, penal man. So, I mean, why you're looking for answers when there doesn't have to be one? Sometimes it's just a coin flip. Sometimes as you say, the stars aligned and life was possible, and over billions of years it happened. Sometimes shit just happens.
I think energy turns into consciousness, and
this is the area I disagree with this because I mean I've always been a very religious person, so I don't want to necessarily get into the differences between the point of views that we share, because it'll definitely change the whole outlook of the show and make people not want to listen to it anymore.
Yeah.
But I disagree with all of you. I'm just going to say that.
Okay.
Let you guys continue.
There's absolutely nothing wrong in the spiritual belief. I'm not trying to knock that around. I'm just strictly going scientific here. I'm not trying to knock any religious views or anything.
Energy is energy. I mean, energy is going to be released back into the earth and help produce plants and whatever else. However you want to look at energy, yeah, that's for real. But
it's like the life stream.
But it's just a matter of like how elements can spontaneously cause conditions to where life is available. I don't think it's chance. I think it's grand design. You know, that's
something's going on. Yeah.
It boils down to, do you believe in a soul?
No.
You
Absolutely.
do not.
I do not.
I do.
I do.
I don't.
I don't understand why it's necessary. Does a bunny rabbit have a soul?
You don't have to understand it.
Why complicate things? Just because science doesn't have an answer for something doesn't mean we need to go for the simplistic, well, God did it, or, well, I have a soul.
But
Why can't it just be, I don't know, man?
That bunny rabbit doesn't have a personality. We do.
The only reason we have a personality and the bunny rabbit doesn't is because of the size of our brain.
But dogs have personalities. Cats have
Kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, religion has been around since before any of us had even considered it. I mean, religion has been around since the Mayans, since the Egyptians, since, you know, there's always been the idea of a higher being, of a god or a deity. So
I agree. People haven't changed much.
It's not like it's a new thing to where, oh man, this is a crazy thought. No, it's very commonplace for that to be a reality.
I agree. I mean, that just means people haven't changed much. People still have that thirst for answers.
I think religion needs to exist whether you believe in it or not.
Why does it need to?
It has to, dude.
Why?
Because some people just can't function. I mean, people need to have that in their head that what they're doing has meaning. I mean, I think every human wants that in their head.
Why? What's your top 5 and bottom 5 in Mortal Kombat 9?
Yeah, let's talk about Mortal Kombat. My 5?
Yeah, top 5, bottom 5. Go.
Okay, top 5. I got Cabal. I got Jax, Kitana, Raiden, and let me think. Who do I want my 5th person to be? Jax.
Wait, hold on. What's that noise? The fuck was that?
I think hell's being summoned.
Dude. Hello?
I'm gonna say Kenshi.
Okay. What about Sonya?
6, 7, 8, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Same thing with Kung Lao, Smoke, in that 6 to 10 range.
Cyrax?
Same thing, 6 to 10. Although I could easily replace Kenshi with Cyrax, I think.
So Kitana, you have locked into the top 5.
I'd say I'd put her at 4 or 5.
Okay.
I put her at 4 or 5. I mean, she really has fantastic zoning, but has just as deadly up close pressure because, I mean, as much as you say Cutter can get blown up, she doesn't need Cutter in order to have good pressure.
That's true.
So, I mean, that's real.
I don't know. I think people are too scared.
We'll find out.
I think her down 3 is really, really good. That's dumb. But I think
she's good. I think her down 1 just makes her stupid.
Her down 1's more of a footsies tool than a rushdown tool, though.
So it doesn't matter. It's still ridiculous.
It is really, really good.
I mean, whose down 1 compares?
No one's.
Yeah. He mashes the fuck out of it.
There are enough characters that can deal with it, though.
When you first sent me a text message, Osu, what was the message you sent me?
Down one, down one, down one, down one.
I was so mad that you sent me that, but it's so true.
Well, Nightwolf is one of the characters that doesn't have a good. I'm not saying she doesn't have some great matchups. I'm just saying there are more characters that can deal with it. There are 5 to 8 characters, or at least 4 to 6 characters that have a good answer to that. So that she has some bad matchups. That's all I'm saying.
All right, I can deal with that, but that doesn't make her drop out of the top 5. I don't think.
I think it might. I think a year from now, people might be saying, "What were we so afraid of?"
I'm willing to say that I'm wrong a year from now, but at this point in the game, the knowledge base that's available.
At this point in the game, she's probably top 3. Like if you're just counting, I mean, I go to a tournament and down one cutter is one of the best pressure tools in the game.
Right. It's the same thing, honestly. It's the same thing as Raiden's down one Vicinity Blast. Except down one doesn't have as much range. But Vicinity Blast, if it hits, gives you a safe jump the same way Cutter does. I mean, it's the same frame advantage, isn't it?
Her down one's the most punishable, I think. But I mean, of course it's the range that's the really big deal.
Max range, what characters can punish down one?
From max range, Kenshi that's probably realistic with the shoulder.
8 frames, no problem.
Reptile's dash is realistic.
Yep.
Liu Kang's back 3, you have to be hella max range. It's tough. It's more of a bigger deal if you have a way to stop her from doing down. Punishing down one is very unrealistic. I mean, even with
who did you play that made you so afraid of Liu Kang, man?
X-Blades, he genuinely could punish down one. It was really impressive. Swords and Conqueror and a couple Revolver were saying this. He really can't do it, and I was like, dude, come on, no one's gonna. I remember I told Slips and I would talk about it. We're like, no one's gonna be able to do that, and he really could.
Now, is that you mashing down one, or is that you hitting down one and blocking? And he's actually punishing it on the negative frame.
He really could punish it. He really could see that he blocked it down one and do back 3. Not every time.
I don't know about that.
I disagree. I don't know.
I
agree
do.
with Phil.
Slips. I used to be skeptical too. I posted. You guys are
How
crazy.
often did he do this?
Often enough.
It's the same thing to me as thinking about punishing Raiden's teleport. Is he blocking, or is he trying to do a back 3 and you're just stuffing it with your move?
I agree with that.
Dude,
yeah.
I sat there and was like, there's no way he's doing it. Even when he first started doing it, I was still like...
What Kitana player does down one and then blocks? You weren't blocking, dude.
I played him, man.
You weren't blocking.
I tried.
You're trying to either back up, or you were doing down one cutter, or you were mashing down one, or something. No, Kitana does down one and then just blocks.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying he did it every time, but it was impressive.
Oh, I want to see it.
Furthermore, even if it's not a straight punish, it still cuts off her using it as an offensive. I can't use it to get in when I dash in and down one, and then I have to... He's getting free pressure on me.
Back 3 is 10 frames.
It's 9, I think.
I'm pretty sure it's 10. I was looking at the frame data earlier today. I'm pretty sure it's 10.
Okay.
Regardless, down 3 or down 1 is 6 frames. What is it on block? -2, -3?
All right. It's 7 frames of block stun, then it's -15 on block.
Down 1 is -15 on block?
Yes, sir.
No way. There is no way.
Ermac can lift it. I'm not saying an Ermac's going to do that in real life, but if you actually test it, Ermac can lift a down 1 on block.
I gotta go back and look at Somers'.
Every down 1 is punishable on block. Hers is the most. Every down 1 is like -9 to -13 or so.
It's true.
Depending
It's
on
just
range.
It's true. It's just the problem is you have to let go of block.
Early. It's hard.
You pretty much have to let go of block before the move is even really coming out.
Yeah, it's extremely difficult.
Wow.
I'm guessing it's because he plays shorts all the time.
That's interesting. Well, we'll have to see on that.
There are characters where after you block it down one, maybe you can't punish it, but you can definitely check her from doing anything.
So Johnny Cage should be able to get a forward 3 with no problem.
It's because of the big problem is the pushback. If Dizzy can punish a down one with back 3, it's not something he's doing consistently. But like if you go into practice mode, yeah, it is definitely minus 15.
Because that's one of the only moves that I think is fast enough with enough range to really be.
Jax can punish a down one with a forward 3.
Okay, I can see that.
Kitana, I punish
frames.
down ones with my down ones all the time. That's not even hard.
Well, 6 frames. I mean,
Right.
You shouldn't complain.
Yeah. What the bigger fear is not that it's going to get punished, it's that they have something to do afterward. The strength of down one is when I could do a down one and then you can't do anything afterwards. Where like if you try to counter poke, I can blow you up and then that lets me get in. There are certain matchups where that's cut off. I can't use down one to get in on Liu Kang. Using down one on Liu Kang means I have to block a back 3. Then when he establishes that, he can start doing, throw or whatever, or forward 3 or whatever else he wants to do. Because he's established that I have to crouch block afterwards.
I mean, I agree. Liu Kang's a pain in the ass. I hate fighting Liu
Then
Kang.
I could start doing down one cutter, which would blow him up if he's mistiming it. And of course that goes back to I start doing that and he can punish it with a full combo.
But down one cutter is neutral on block, right?
If you block it standing, it's neutral. If you block it crouching, it's minus 3.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
The long-range down 4s are kind of a problem, too. Like, Sonya, if she blocks a down 1, I've got to jump out or, do like if she just blocks a down 1, she can do her down 4, then she gets her mix-ups. So just dash up down 1 is not as good against her as it is against, like, Scorpion.
Yeah, I was reading today about how bad Scorpion's down 4 is. That made me laugh.
All his down pokes are bad.
It's pretty shitty.
Yeah. But I definitely assure everybody it is truly minus 15 on block.
All right, I trust you on that.
Her down 3, on the other hand, is ridiculous.
So, okay, I got a couple questions real quick. We're gonna have to wrap this up soon, so I gotta go to bed. I gotta leave for Spain tomorrow, and I gotta get some sleep and pack and all this sort of stuff.
We gotta do the name game and then.
Hold on, he's got questions.
Oh.
I was gonna say, who are you guys afraid of coming in the final round?
Pig of the Hut.
Oh, you afraid of Pig?
I can't beat his Melina. I've
Interesting.
tried and tried and tried.
I would say, Rio is going to be really tough to beat. Chris G, I wouldn't want to have him in my pool.
Right, Reptile is not as favorable matchup for Kitana.
Although I do think I might be able to beat him with gimmicks. I think if I have to play Chris G, I'm going out with gimmicks. Like, I don't think he knows the matchup. Like, I think Chris G's Achilles heel is that he doesn't play the game. Like, you see, he doesn't punish shit. I think I might be able to do with gimmicks.
Yeah, I mean, he's the kind of guy that will stand block Molina's
Right.
teleport. Like, he plays so many other games, I don't think he's
Yeah.
knowledgeable enough to punish the way he should.
And I think I'd do a bunch of fake out kicks, shit like that Crazy Dominican never does. Because Crazy, shit that wouldn't work against, like, his brothers, I would do against Chris G Chris G might never have even seen the fucking fake out kick. That's, like, who does that shit?
Right, I've never even seen it, honestly.
I have new tech that makes the fake out kick viable.
Oh, wow.
Everybody get hype. It will change your life.
When was this found?
I've used it on you.
Oh.
I posted about it. It's not a secret. There are ways that you can make fake out kick jail, and then you get random advantage.
Oh yeah, I know.
I'm not saying it's the greatest thing ever, but it's kind of good.
All right, so we got Osu, we got mentioning Chris G and Rio, we got Slips mentioning Pig of the Hut. I always thought you would do well against Molina because you always used to say how you blow up Molina with down one teleports on telekick.
That was K7 saying.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, okay. So who are you afraid of?
I'm not really afraid of anyone.
Damn, this guy, man.
So
You're
cocky.
coming, so
Yeah.
Second at one regional. Now look at his ego. He's all gone. Everyone says I've gone Hollywood, and look at this guy.
I mean, to say that I'm afraid to play someone, there's no one that's out there. I'm just like, oh man, there's no way I'm going to beat that guy. It's
But
just-
who do you not want in your I'm not saying that. Oh my God, I have nightmares about Rio, but I'd rather him not be in my pool. Who do you not want in your pool?
I don't want anyone good in my pool. What do you mean?
Well, who are the people that stand out where you're like, man, I hope they're not in my pool?
Anyone. I mean,
What about Conqueror? You don't like fighting Kitana. Conqueror beat you at Evo. If he's in your pool, are you confident? Are you like, I want that run back? Or are you a little worried?
I'll play the game.
wait, so Conquer beat you at Evo 2K7?
Yeah.
When did he beat you?
It was the grand finals in our pool. He beat me.
Oh, in pools, okay. I'm trying to think. If
Last
I played better than
round,
you at
last
Evo or not.
game.
Yeah, Slips was taken out by 2 Kitana players at Evo.
Okay.
Yeah.
No
I was
wonder you
thinking
hate that character.
Tom character.
Cocker
Jeez.
knocked me into losers, and then Detroit knocked me out. But whatever.
But I mean, there's no one I'm afraid of.
There's got to be someone that you'd prefer not to play.
It's not that I'm afraid, or I mean, I don't want to play Conquer any more or less than I would want to play Rio or CD Junior. It's just man, this guy's good. I could be out of the tournament. I'll just have to try my best, and hopefully I learn something in the process.
All right, since you hate police so much, what if Maxter picks Striker?
Fucking bullshit.
I think you got what had coming to you.
I'll tell you, I'm afraid of Rio. I'm afraid of Cabal. Like that with Nightwolf.
There's times where I know if I play someone, I will lose. Remember when I played that lay player?
Yeah. Super.
I said the day before when it was top 8, when I got in top 8, I was like, of anyone here, even the Koreans, I do not want to play that lay player. Because I don't know shit about lay, and I know I will lose. And sure enough, I had to fucking play him. And I got one fucking round. I know when I know I'm gonna lose. I'm not at the point where if I play someone, I'm like, I know I'm gonna lose. I could lose, I'll try my best, and hopefully, the best that you can hope for is you lose and you learn something. The worst is when you actually play really well and you still lose just because fucking clutched or something like that. That's the worst way to go.
Alright, but if you had, let's say there was a new rule where when you get your pool assignment, there's one guy where you can remove them from your pool.
It would depend who's in my pool.
Let's say your pool has you, Rio, Maxter, Conqueror, Death's Molina, and
CD Junior.
And CD Junior's Jax.
And Detroit.
And Detroit. And Morty. You're all in one pool.
So I get to eliminate one of them out of the pool.
Yes. And Pig comes up to you and he's like, you have a card where you can card them. You can hand them the card and say, you're out of my pool. And you have that fucking stacked pool. Top 8 is going to be terrible. 2 of you are making it out. You have this card. Who do you hand the card to?
So it was Rio, CD Junior, Detroit.
Come on, dude. Pick somebody.
It was everybody, dude. Alright, CD Junior, Rio, Death, Morty, Detroit, and Perfect Legend randomly comes in.
I would probably pick
Tom Brady.
And Tom Brady's in the pool. Yeah, Tom teleports in. He's in your pool, too. Maxter.
I'd pick Rio.
Okay. We had to fucking pull teeth to get you to admit that. Jesus, dude.
No, why is that? Now, I honestly think that Rio plays the most annoying character in the game besides Kitana. Like, I wouldn't say Jax with CD Jr. is that annoying. I just think he's that smart of a player.
Right.
Yeah,
I feel like Jax he's really good, but I feel like Rio or Cabal, and more specifically Rio's Cabal is just Cabal controls too much. He has too much control over the match, so that's why I'd eliminate him.
But you claim you know how to deal with Cabal.
I think I do. I mean, I might learn something new and I might get blown up, but I think I have a good strategy going into it.
How do you
good strategy? But it's all theory fighting.
Yeah,
It's theory, but a lot of my theories are good, so I'm
true.
I'm good.
You have
about
a good record of good theories.
So I'm faithful.
All right,
What about Kevo Demand? What if he's in your pool?
I mean, I don't know, I'm fine.
What about Kerbolicious?
Are you calling out Kevo the man right now?
Yeah. What? Yeah. Are you saying
I mean,
he's
Rio's Cabal is better than his, so I mean, if his was as good as Rio's, then he would have done just as good as him at Winterball.
He did top 16, right?
I mean, he's
9.
good. He's a good player, but I'm going to eliminate the proven best Cabal.
What if K7's in your pool?
It's the same thing. I'm going to eliminate the best Cabal.
You're saying K7's not that good with Cabal.
I'm saying Rio's Cabal is probably
doesn't
better
know.
than K7's.
He doesn't know.
Dude, K7's been practicing hella. He's hungry. He wants top 8.
He needs to prove it. Maybe I'll be the victim of that proof, but until that happens.
You're saying
He's only going to be the
K7, how
victim
do you
of
feel
Nightwolf.
about this?
Let me just say, I'm ready, and I'm going to try my best.
No, I want to hear hype.
I'll say this.
Say something.
Eric Warda who?
Damn.
Oh.
What was that?
Kevin wins.
Dude, what do you mean?
Sound like you're sneezing and blowing your nose.
Are you going to be doing that when you play people?
Yeah.
How can
Dude,
you blow up Eric Warda like that? He didn't even play the game. He hasn't been playing it for like 2 or 3
It's
months.
like hero, too. And now
Fuck
you...
Eric Warda.
Damn. You finally figured out what it means to be good. You
He's gone.
finally get it.
Gone.
Good. Thank God. That's why you succeed. Not being
What
a
if Rio dropped the ball? Would you say fuck Rio?
Yeah, would he be a traitor?
He would. If he drops Cabal, I wouldn't be a Rio fan.
You're saying you're never allowed to leave the Cabal?
Right. I'm pissed Michelangelo kind of did.
So doesn't that mean it's your duty to take his place?
I think so.
You're saying right now that the Cabal community, you're the new Eric Warda.
Yes.
No, I think my Cabal is better than K7's.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm 100% sure that is incorrect.
100%.
For a money match if I
In fact,
Wow.
I'll put $10 on it right now.
I'll put $10 on it. Let's do it.
All right.
Damn.
Cabal.
Cabal mirror.
Think
Cabal?
about what that would mean if you lose, because he's not a Cabal main and you are.
Right.
You're putting your whole reputation on the line.
I'll try my best.
How confident are you?
I'll try my best. What can I say?
I don't know. It sounds like you're backing down now.
No, I'm not backing down.
It sounds like you're backing down.
We'll play.
We'll play? What does that mean?
We'll play for $10. The winner gets the fucking $10.
You just went from 100% confident to, we'll play.
Okay, here's what's going to happen.
Blow him up. I don't want to,
K7, let's say we're in the same pool at final round. Do you want to do the Cabal mirror in the tournament on stream, put $10 down on stream in the tournament for the money right there?
Well,
Or do you want to do it after the fact like Sunday night?
after the fact. Or how about Saturday night?
Depends. I'm going to Spain tomorrow. I'm coming back like Saturday afternoon, so I don't know what I'm going to fight Saturday.
I'd rather fight your Nightwolf in the tournament.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Okay, cool.
I will say this about K7. I've played him many times online, and if he has fixed some of his problems, he could surprise people for sure.
I'll just say, if people are expecting me to waste meter...
That's one of the problems I was talking about.
And fucking do jump-ins all day, that ain't gonna happen.
That's another problem. All right. Yeah.
Well, he's fixed it then, it sounds like.
Sounds like it. We'll see. It's easy to say you're not going to, and then fall back on bad habits.
I don't want to come off like overconfident, but I don't want to,
You don't want to be another top 3 for sure.
Oh. I'll be happy with top 8.
All right. Well, you guys have answered my questions. That's good.
All right, let's do the name game and wrap it up.
Okay.
All right, Tom Brady.
So I'm supposed to say what first comes to my mind, right?
Yeah, and you can't just name this. You can't just go Raiden.
I'm gonna go 3-3-4 enhanced fireball.
Poor Tom.
By
the way, can I just say, why wasn't Tom the first name of the name game when Tom was on?
I didn't have time to do it.
We need to get next time he's on.
We'll do it live.
Yeah, do the name game live and say Tom Brady, just to see what will he say.
Okay. All right. How about Chris G?
Roach.
Perfect Legend.
Scared.
ATL. Yeah. ATL Tom Brady.
ATL Tom Brady, is that even real?
Yeah, it was ATL Reds name.
Oh, well, he's done a bunch of cover names like that. Are you talking about ATL Red or actually Tom Brady? I don't know who you're talking about.
ATL Red.
ATL Red, I think Liu Kang, but also losing in pools.
Wow.
It sounds like there's kind of a rivalry
I think
beneath the surface.
There is. I mean, we always kind of measure ourselves up against him because he did get top 8 at EVO, so there's a little bit of a rivalry there.
Sounds like you think you should have been in that top 8.
I mean, I don't want to talk about the whole issue with DJ MIT and Detroit and me beating MIT in casuals after the tournament and Hector watching and seeing me beat him, but then Detroit beating me in the tournament. I don't want to talk about that. But if it had gone...
I think you did.
If it had gone differently, I would have fought MIT in the tournament, beat him, moved on the top 16, and then fought Alex Valle for whatever. I don't want to talk about it, but that's what would have happened. So I've never thought about it, but I have.
Sounds like you think about it a lot.
I mean, it's always nice to think about what could have been, but whatever.
It sounds like you have a fucking picture of him, and you throw darts at it.
No, I don't do that.
It sounds like you have a voodoo doll of him, and you're stabbing it.
I was salty for a really long time after that.
Sounds like there's still some lingering salt.
Because
a grain or two.
He beat Detroit at first. He beat him. And then because of the whole PS3 controller mess, they had to redo the match. And then Detroit won. But I said, MIT, we need to play right now to see what would have happened. And I beat him. And Hector, that's what made it real for me, was that Hector Sanchez pulled up a chair and Paulo Stevens, right behind us, sat down and decided to watch our match. And said, I want to see what would have happened between MIT and Lord of the Fly. And I won. So that means I would have gone on. That was real for me. There was no money on it. It wasn't a tournament, but creators of the game were watching. So to me, that was real.
Would you have beat Alex Valle?
I don't know. I mean, Detroit bodied me, so, I mean, Shang Tsung might have bodied me still. I don't know. But the other thing would have been, if I had beat Alex Valle, I would have played ATL Red after that.
Yes.
And ATL Red, at that point in the game, would have bodied me.
Okay.
I know that. So it wouldn't have changed the top 8, but it would have changed how far I went, which would have meant a lot to me.
All right, let's wrap it up.
All right, sorry.
Shout out. What?
Who's left in the name game?
All right, let's do one more name. How about Pig of the Hut?
Molina.
No, that's against the rules. You can't say that.
Oh, my bad.
You gotta
Friend.
insult him.
Good guy. I don't know. I mean, he's a buddy of mine. I don't know what else to say.
Man.
I mean, I can't blast Big of the Hut.
Alright, let's do some shout-outs and get out of here.
I want to go on last.
Okay. Any plugs or shout-outs you want to give away?
Shout outs to Somberness for getting my frame data, hopefully. Cross my fingers before final round. Shout outs to Big D, Nightwolf player. Hopefully you represent and do well at final round. Unless you're in my pool, in which case choke and die. Shout outs to... I don't know, that's it, man. Shout outs to everybody. Shout outs to MK. Shout outs to Slips. Hopefully I get a chance to beat you on stream. Final round. You don't know how bad I want to beat you, Slips.
Who do you want to beat more, me or 16-bit?
Oh, you. I mean...
Oh, wow.
Because you're the one that thinks Nightwolf is shit, so I just want to show you that. I want to show you the opposite.
Prove me wrong.
I will.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Those are my shout-outs. Anybody else?
Slips, what's your final message before final round?
Yeah, this is our last show.
Yeah, what do you have to say to the Scorpion community?
It'll be fine, I guess. I don't know. Shot wasn't the only one. Shit.
Wait, what about Pimp Weezy?
Oh, that's true.
He did pretty good.
Yeah, he did good. That's true. Man, I had like this girl at work. She like wanted to do like a makeover for me.
This is about that. I feel like this is like the energy rant that you had a minute ago.
No, it was really weird. Like, she's a black girl and everything. And like, so she took me to her black hairstylist.
It sounds like it's gonna get
Is that
racial.
what they call it?
Yeah, it was like a woman. I mean, it wasn't like a barber.
Okay.
She was like really hot. So I'm thinking maybe I'll transfer over. So shout outs to hot black girls. Maybe I'll go back there.
Did you get the makeover?
Oh yeah, I got like new clothes and everything.
What does she do to like make you over besides give you new clothes? Did she like do your hair, give you braids or something?
Nah. She didn't give me braids, but we redid the hair. I got a bunch of new clothes and shit.
Was she with you when the police pulled you over?
Yeah.
What?
Was she with you when the police pulled you over?
No. That would have been hilarious.
Have you ever been with a black girl?
Yeah.
How is it?
It's fine.
Is it different?
They do have better asses.
Is it different?
It's not really.
So are you gonna debut this new look at final round?
I don't know. Maybe like the Revolver and Mr. Molina will give me like 9s or something.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll sport it.
Alright, K7, what's your final message before final round?
I want to say to all the stream monsters, I'm going to represent you at final round.
Wow.
I've never been to a tournament. I've always like just watched them on streams, and I finally get to fucking go to one, and it's going to be so awesome.
So they're gonna live vicariously
That's
through you.
right. If I can win, if I can do well, I'll be like fucking Rocky. So, that's it.
I like it.
You said like you're winning the trip to the final round was like the greatest thing that happened in your life.
It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool because he wasn't going to go at all, and now he gets to go.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't have money for that shit.
All right.
When I heard you were going, I was pretty excited. I'm not going to lie.
It's gonna be.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. You were like, it's the greatest thing that's ever happened in my life. I was like, man.
I was just really pumped up.
I was like, didn't you go to Disney World as a child?
I didn't.
You really?
Never.
Wow.
I went to Disney World and my ears fell into the toilet.
That's when he said, I'm not believing in God no more, damn it. My
Yeah,
ears.
think about it. I was so excited. And I went to pull it out of the toilet. My dad stopped me.
Did he buy you a new one?
No.
Wow.
That's all I remember about the trip.
Wow, really? Not the Dumbo or Space Mountain or...
No, just my ears falling into the toilet.
It's pretty sad, dude.
Fell into a urinal, I think. I think it was a urinal, not a toilet.
Urinal?
Yeah, it fell into a urinal.
That's worse.
I don't... How is that worse? I think it's the same.
I don't know.
My final
People
message...
flush urinals as much as they flush toilets.
Yeah.
That's true. I want to use my shout-out to deliver a message to VSM.
Uh-oh.
What?
If you have the guts to show up at Final Round for that 5-on-5, you will lose. And let me tell you why. Because unlike you guys, we don't live in a bubble where we think we're the only scene that matters. We study up. We've thought about how to beat you guys. We've watched your match videos. We're thinking about player order. We're thinking about matchups. We're taking this seriously, and we want it more than you. It's not a joke to us. And that's why you lost to Detroit. That's why you're going to lose to us. I know you guys think I'm garbage. And that's the same mistake that everyone made at EVO. That's the same mistake Arizona made at Devastation. That's the same mistake SoCal made at SoCal Regionals. When you underestimate me, you will lose. If you think all I can do is throw fans, you will lose. We have the best footsies. We have the best spacing. And it's a lesson that you're going to have to adjust to in only 2 games. If you come to that 5-on-5 and you downplay me and you downplay Dizzy and you downplay Slips and Morty and whoever my 5th partner is, you will lose. If you have the guts to show up, and I don't think you do, but if you have the guts to show up, the bubble will be burst. There's no such thing as a hot old lady.
Yeah,
What if she was like Mona from Who's the Boss?
I don't know who that is.
Who's the boss? Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Hello Mortal Kombat community, this is Under the Mayo, here to tell you about a new video series I'm launching called Here Comes the Mayo. What I've done is take the narration and music style of my Mortal Kombat guides and used it to tell stories. My first episode is up now, and is basically a format test to see how things work. There's no relation to MK, so I can't have this promoted on the front page of TYM or something, but my plan is to incorporate MK if these initial episodes get positive results. Eventually, I'd like to start working with prominent members of the MK community and use this medium as a way to present their stories, and then this show can become sort of an ugly bastard child of the Combat Tune podcast, a sort of mangled appendage desperately hanging onto the body, superficially and fleetingly amusing, however ultimately useless. So check it out, search the off-topic discussion forum or look up Under the Mayo, all one word, on YouTube. Leave some feedback because I'd love to expand the idea and turn it into something that contributes to our community, no matter how obscure it may be. Thank you to K7 for broadcasting this, and to all you guys for listening. Have a great night.